Hey, welcome back to Match Good. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is August 16th, I'm pretty confident about, and we got some Netrunner tonight. How's everyone doing? Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you're having a good Thursday night. Maybe it's even a Friday morning. Woo! It's got a lot colder around here, which is good. Hey, Apathy, how's it going? I'm doing okay, actually. I felt like I've been in a bit of a mood the last couple days, but I think I'm coming out of it. How are you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Shanks it also on YouTube chat. How are you doing? Yo is correct. I feel like I have something in my teeth too. Well, tonight, let's get to the top of the competitive tab and show a mastery of Netrunner the likes of which the world has never seen. How's it going, Vincent? How you doing? Corey, the girlfriend's sick, so I'm strapping in for the full Andre experience. You got the full, 3-hour show coming up. Hopefully the girlfriend's feeling better. How you doing, Corey? Also, LD, hey mate, how's it going? I don't think I recognize that name. Welcome to the chat. I'm fantastic. Is this mood about anything specific? No, not really. It really hasn't been. I don't know what's up with it. I had guests over yesterday. Vincent was here, so I cleaned the whole apartment, and that actually does a lot for your mood. I don't know. I've always found if you're not feeling so good, just clean stuff. It's a very satisfying experience. In fact, how's it going? Good evening. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're doing well too. Thank you for asking. Doing all right. You look like a nail. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you as well. LD, I never post. Usually watch the streams day or two later. Quiet at work today. Hey, well, cheers to that. Hopefully it's not too quiet. Glad that you can join us this evening, or it probably seems like this afternoon, likely, right? Actually, a lot of people do work at night. So if you're new around here, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Throw down some comments, ask some questions, meet all the other nice people in chat. Everyone's really fantastic. We start this thing with the Decklist of the week. Or make a thing. I find cooking a nice meal moves my mood too. Yeah, that does too. Cooking's actually been pretty good. I've been making meals every night so far, which has been alright. This is called Please Sir, I Want Card 4, and you know it's good because it has a GIF in it. And this is actually, it's the beginning of a trend I think we're going to see. And not so much the GIFs are always there. This is, not going to open here. That's not new. This is actually one of Code Marvelous's decks. Code Marvelous, otherwise known as Dan Spinoza, has a YouTube channel, streams almost every morning. It's also, I'm pretty sure, his birthday today. Happy birthday, Dan. Hopefully you're doing alright. Evening, Tanuki, is it me or is the audio quieter than usual? It is definitely quieter. Last stream we had this annoying high-pitched buzz through the whole audio, which I discovered after the fact. Is it too quiet? Maybe I'll just get right up in there. Maybe it's too quiet. It could be. Maybe that's acceptable. That is intrusive as all shit, but whatever. How's it doing? Hopefully it's okay. What is card 4 and why CT when only 4 MU are needed? In fact, that's a really good question. And there's a lot of comments to go through here. Let's talk about the deck firstly. Because this is a really potent combo. That some people found out it's pretty good. And I've seen this in oh, it's better. Excellent, Tanuki. That's great. It's actually a foot away now, not even. The idea is that this card came out in the new Rain and Reverie. Hopefully you can get your hands on this by now, and it's a double, and it says you can look at the top 4 cards of R&D and let the Corp rearrange them. Then they have to show it to you. So the idea is if there's an agenda on top and you can run R&D, they probably won't put it on top again, but it doesn't really matter because 4 is a smaller number than 5, and you can always find it with Top Hat. And that's basically what this deck does. It plays Comet, and then it just plays every econ draw card, just really kind of, I'd say boring, but it just draws the whole deck. And then you play Insight, you play Freedom through Equality, and then you play Mad Dash, and then you steal 4 agenda points in one run, and then you only have to do that one more time, and then you win the game. It's very potent. Let me tell you, there's not a lot of tricks here. You got some 3 resources that are okay. This lets you recur Insight. It lets you recur, largely just Insight, your levies. You got 2 breakers that are very flexible breakers. That are they're not that cheap to use a lot of the times. They're not that cheap to install, but basically you can win the game sometimes by only running twice, and that's kind of nutso. A big thing that we talked about last week is the new rumored most wanted list, and I think actually the addition of Mad Dash to the new most wanted list does in some way target this sort of deck archetype. It means that you probably just play a 3rd copy of Freedom through Equality, if not 2, and it just means you have to Insight Mad Dash or Insight run with Top Hat a couple more times. Makes this deck significantly worse. but still playable. Considering if this is a restricted card, you probably have to play Levy. I don't think you can't play Levy. Philip, how's it going? Hola, Andre. How you doing? I saw on a Bayokin video they're talking about what's it called? Exotodai deck. You got a list for that? Apathy is saying Top Hat is just the best card. Glad to see it finally getting support and love. And even without like the Insight combo, I think Top Hat's a playable card. It's one of the cards in the modern card pool that's the closest to what Medium used to be. Because say you're running R&D for free, say you're running it for 2 credits or very cheaply, perhaps you destroyed all the ice, something that Anarch used to be able to do very easily, not so good at it anymore. You can access like 5 cards. You run C1 cards, run C the second card, and while you're technically locking the Corp, it's not as good the second turn, depending if you trash or steal things, but it's a very strong card for no install cost and only 1 resource. I don't have a list, but I was excited my Ramen Rai suggestion got featured. That Ramen Rai deck is actually really cool. I don't think it's better probably than the competitive CTM list if you're looking for competition stuff, but it's like a super cool combo, and I want to explore that and other stuff. Jason, hey Andre, it's 2 a.m. here in the UK. Looks like a solid deck. Have fun. Hey, thanks so much for dropping by, Jason. I think we're gonna have some fun with it. There's some things, and we only sometimes do this to the deck, but there's some things worth talking about this deck because there's actually a pretty long discussion about it. Dan does a pretty good write-up. First thing, unfortunately, this person published like a card for card deck list a couple days before, but doesn't get the traction, obviously, you know, that Dan gets. I don't think this is, I think they just kind of ended up on the same idea, which is pretty cool. The difference is here you have a stim hack instead of a what's it called, a no one home. So that's kind of a choice. You notice a lot of other people are talking about why the heck are you playing Chaos Theory, and honestly, there's no reason to be doing it. The most MU that this deck will use is 4. I guess you could do 6, so it's actually technically better to play Smoke. It'll probably confuse your opponent a bit more, and you have 1 recurring credit for those 2 turns that you're maybe running, and that's a lot better. I've seen some other versions of this sort of deck that are running 1 copy of Ika, the new Sentry Breaker that's pretty flexible. Not sure if that's necessary strictly considering these are flexible cards, but that's one of the reasons why you'd want to run Chaos Theory. Otherwise, I think Smoke is strictly better. I do like the Stim Hack because then you're better at contesting remotes. This deck also has a very, very big weakness to Miraju. If someone puts a Miraju in R&D, you just lose. You just straight up lose, and that kind of sucks. I think Mirage is a really good card right now, considering indexing is really popular, and if people are playing this Insight stuff, if it's single Miraju again, they have no choice. How would you deal with Miraju? Specifically in a Shaper deck, you don't have a lot of options. You're not going to put enough economic pressure to be able to de-res it and then go over and over again, so your best bet is probably just to Femme Fatale it. Or, like, that's the lowest influence option, so you could swap No One Home for a Femme Fatale, but then good luck installing it and using it. Just play it out of exile, really confuse people. But that's the thing, right? Like, the big reason why we're running Chaos Theory here is a 40 card deck, and that's really all they want to do it. Jim, what's up? Just Escher it away? Oh, that's a possibility. Yeah, you're right. You could Escher it away. That's probably their strat to it. I guess if you put an Escher on HQ, that's your best play, and then they put it onto R&D. But yeah, if they have 2 Mirages, maybe it's difficult. I don't know. But yeah, you're actually right. That is a really good answer to that. Giles or Giles, excuse me. Hey Andre, happy Friday from the future. Australia, how's it going? How's the Friday been? How's the weather like? Also, CT plus comment lets you install double Angolo or Lamb, which gets you through 3 sentries. Yeah, I'm not worried about like people putting 3 or 4 sentries on R&D. That's technically one of the weaknesses of this deck, but these cards are flexible, and you need sentries that actually matter. Like a lot of times you can take the net damage if it's a net damage, and there's not a lot of end-the-run subroutines in the game. End-the-run sentries, mind you. I think like a new most wanted list, right? I don't know. Yo, Jamie, what's up? How's it going? Hey, everyone. How you doing, Jamie? Man, the Insight combo is great, though. I've been slotting Executive Bootcamp because that shit is trending. Ransom, how's it going? That's what I've been doing, too. It's a very flexible 1 influence card, and if you're playing a deck that requires assets, it's good against Find the Truth, it's good against Indexing, it's good against Insight. I think Executive Bootcamp can make it back in a pretty big way. And even in a deck that doesn't run a lot of assets, it's technically a credit a turn if you're rezzing your stuff. That's not bad. All right. CT lets you double land? Yeah, you can do that somewhere else. Soft G. Giles. Probably all right. Anywho, let's jump into this. I played Top Hat plus Mobius and Ken for a while. It was mediocre but fun. Yeah, it's one of the ways that you can play this. So I think I'm gonna make a couple changes to this. Largely, I'm gonna respect the supposed most wanted list, and I'm gonna cut a mad dash. I don't know whether we want to play another Freedom. If someone has a good idea for another card, let me know about it. And we're definitely gonna be playing Smoke because Smoke is just straight up better. Not by a large margin, but it's technically better. There's no reason to play CT here. Woo, there we go. What do they call this? Please, sir, one card 4. The reference to literature. That's a runner deck. Please, sir, the 4th card. Thanks. We're going to smoke. This is also a really good thing because I've always complained that every smoke deck is the same 30 cards, plus 10 other cards. It's probably like the same, every smoke deck's like the same 36 cards, and we're just gonna blow that out of the water. We're gonna respect the new most wanted list. Hopefully it's a real thing, so we can take on a mad dash and add another freedom. I don't think that's probably good. I don't think we want 3 freedoms. It's just like way too expensive. We're gonna be throwing them out. What's good? What could we do? Tokay's, what's up? No stealth smoke breaker, I'm in. Or no stealth breaker smoke, excuse me. Also, Poglos, how's it going? CT is morally superior to smoke. Don't support that entirely, but I know there's CT hate. Hot dog, what's up? Student loans seems like an interesting tech card against this sort of deck. It would totally be. I think you might be better off just playing Arc Lockdown, though. It's easier to play, and if you get the levies out of the game, you're probably fine. But yeah, there's a lot of techs. Vincent saying the MWL leak is true? That's not good enough. Noto? Oh, Corey, you're saying notoriety? Notoriety is probably playable. The thing is, like, with our breakers, specifically the way that they work, and specifically how credit hungry they are, it's going to be really hard to run every single server, so I don't love notoriety. Grown Calf, how's it going up? How's it going? Why not 1 times Ika? If we're playing Smoke, Ika's not so hot because we can't install all our breakers. That's one of the reasons why we go Chaos Theories to play Ika. I just don't know if Ika's necessary. The thing is, like, you put Ika on an ice and you run and then they trash the ice, so your Ika's not going to get that far. I'm just happy CT bounced back after Shadow Remains and Financial Collapse. I feel like watching her grow up. It was a lot of tape that fixed that. Jason, you're saying Mind's Eye? Mind's Eye is a console, and Comet is like the best console by a mile in this deck. Mind's Eye is a console, right? What is Mind's Eye? Yeah, no, we can't play that. Comet's like absurd in this deck. We have one Escher. Tessalea, how's it going? Welcome. How you doing? Ika's pretty strong. 0 cost ice destruction, technically 2 credits. Yeah, 5 MU is going to be the big problem. Oh, you have 1 MU from the console. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, we'll play Ika. I forgot we have a console. Let's go. If you're just tuning in, the microphone's a foot away from my face. Hopefully it's not too loud. We had a buzz last week, and I really didn't care for that. He has more viewers on YouTube, weird, but we're a good 2 seconds ahead in your face, YouTube. Yeah, there's actually been a lot more people on YouTube for a while now. The YouTube community is pretty big for this channel. I guess a lot of people watch the videos, so there's a bigger audience maybe there. I don't know. Yeah, that's right. Twitch is obviously greater than YouTube because I'm on Twitch. As long as you make your own conclusions, they're technically right. Second Escher, not awful. Second Escher is not the worst. We're playing against Titan. We don't have Clot. We have no fast advance hate. We're a pretty slow deck. An Atlas token also destroys the Insight combo. So, like, things are looking pretty bad. Thanks, you too. I've seen a lot of Titan decks actually recently been playing hard-hitting news and other, like, punishment cards. And this opening is not bad because we have money and we have a way to contest a remote if they want to jam an Atlas behind a single ice. But this matchup is really bad. The Atlas token is actually really, really difficult. Hey, Falks, Smoke here with another run. Brought to you live, unfiltered and uncensored. They can try to keep up. We make it billions. I've read this one, so I'm going to keep that for sure. And they kept as well. Maybe they'll Atlas out of hand. Twitch is a bit niche. You have to be kind of neckbeardy to be here. I don't at all agree with that, but Twitch is definitely less prevalent. You're playing Fast Track? To get a hostile. And Icing HQ. They don't have a lot of good punishment face check ice on HQ, so I think we definitely play a gamble and run into it. I think worst case is like Veritas. We don't have a link. We want to get as many runs here. If they pay 4, like if they res a Hortum here, they go to 3. Yeah, so they can still score at a hand. They go to 2 because they get a credit back, so that's fine. We can at least run R&D. This can only be Ice Wall or Bailiff. I don't think they put a Marimati there. So they're going to get a hostile from hand. We can't really capitalize on bad pub that easily. Yeah, this card's great, huh? Let's go. Twitch might be 2 seconds ahead on the stream, but my YouTube notification always comes through first. Yeah, I find that too a lot of the times. So now they have 7 credits, 1 bad pub. They fast-tracked for that. What does that mean? And to get through here, we actually could have done it. To get through there, it's basically 2 credits with the bad pub. We can let them have a credit. The amount of money they have is not actually that important in this matchup. And 7 credits they can biotic out. They can't trick a light out, but yeah, this we gotta. Okay, exclusive party. Exclusive party. Exclusive party. We probably just want to draw here. A comet would be really good. That was a wild chain. Oh, we also could run. Last click, there's not that much that gives us a tag. Not that matters, but we want them to spend some amount of money, I guess. And top hat would be really good if they go down to 0 credits. So that's fine. They pay 3 for an end to run. That's really not that bad. Been playing Comet and Bias. Gonna try the inside top hat combo, my current list. And I've seen this combo actually in a couple places. Like I've seen people play this in Max. It's very flexible. It is a very flexible combo. How efficient are the breakers on Archer? Hypothetically, you can break anything for 7, I'm pretty sure, in this deck specifically. We'll play the money card. We got a snare here. That's the chance of running snare. This is likely an ice wall, which we break for like what? 3 credits? Make it a code gate, break for 1, so we break this for 2, we get in. This is probably the asset that either the guns asset or the reconstruction project. Yeah, it's a reconstruction contract. You definitely have to trash that. It's one of the win conditions. We could go here for 1 credit for a single axis. We could get enough money to do it with top head, but I think we just have to build up our win condition. Take your smoke money. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's huge. Oh, wow, we can run R&D for 1 credit. That's actually really good. Money matters if they see Source exchange you. Yeah, it does, but they're on 3. We'll be okay. So here we could give them a credit. So we could run. We could break for 2. So we have to boost. We have to break. Except it's only 1 credit if we run once. Let's keep going. We got Beth. Doesn't really do anything now. Not excited to play that. We have a Freedom, which is okay. Not really. We don't need 2 of these, so we can just John throughout the second one. We just got to keep going. Got set up. Don't break Wotan for 7. Oh, he doesn't, right? Yeah, probably doesn't. Tessalea, don't forget the stealth credit. Almost dead. So they're going to ice this up. We don't know any of their other ice. They could be on Archer, which is an issue, but we actually break Archer relatively well, and we want to give them some money so this gets some value. A 5-click turn is worth a lot. We're always going to draw first. We're always going to get credits. So we actually have our combo. Like, we could definitely fire it. Not this turn necessarily, but we can definitely fire it for sure. Because we know we can get through this ice, so we can always change the type on this ice. Again, worst case is Archer. So we don't need 2 top hats. If they're playing best defense, the second top hat is relatively important. I think we just want a credit here. And we want to probably fire Insight before they have an Atlas token. Have a message on hockey. Also, I know you were talking about not wanting to play all the same cards, but seriously, Nemerker is a no-brainer this deck. Just need 1. Yeah, maybe it is, right? This deck is much different than it used to be. Oh, we can go check that. Yo, Cody, how's it going? Having a good night? We just started. So far, things look all right. How are you doing, Cody? Thanks for dropping by. Like your Gia hands. Yo, Gia hands is hard. So we can check this. I don't think it's going to matter. There's no way they jam an agenda here, so it's probably one of their fast advance pieces. Probably one of these. So we have to trash that for 4, which is rather rough. Not something we want to do. But I think we got to. Oh, that's great. So already, like, the smoke is giving us 2 credits. Again, Chaos Theory does nothing. It's a global food initiative. Oh, that's fucking terrifying. So we know if they're... that's the thing, is you don't know if people are respecting the new most wanted list, but in theory, when we steal this, it means that they're no longer on Archer. Or, sorry, wow, on Surveyor. And this means that they might be trying to hard-hitting news us. On that case, I think we just want to click for 2 and throw out the same old thing. We can install also the top hat, but I think just taking 2 is probably the safest bet. We can throw out the... why are you picking smoke up? You can throw that out. Because they could do econ hard-hitting news, and I think we're fine now. System, how's it going? What day of Worlds are you playing? We're day 1A. Which, I have some issues with that, because FFG hasn't talked about how deck submission works. There's an Atlas in hand, by the way. We have no HQ multi-access. How are you doing, System? Are you playing on day 1 or day 2? I think most people are on day 2. We definitely run HQ here. We could also consider playing this, but I'm assuming when they're at 8 credits and they pull an Atlas to hand, they're either going to Audacity out or they're going to Biotic it out. So I don't want to play this for nothing. So I think we're just going to run HQ. We only get one run with this. There's a reason to play a second Ngolo so we can double get through it. Just an ice wall. So we only have one good run here. And I actually think we'll take the credit away from him. All right, 1 and 5. Let's go. Damn, we're good. Okay. Well, as soon as they got the Atlas, our combo is pretty shit. This actually I don't want to install right now because we ran. Okay, now it looks a bit better. 7 to 10. Economic warfare into hard-hitting news will put us on 6 credits. We'll probably get 7 from this. Seems kind of bad. And I'm going to throw out an insight, honestly, because if they score an Atlas, we're looking in a really bad spot. They're actually drinking game rules for the stuff Andre says. Yeah, there are, right? Oh, you're day 1 too, Jamie? Perfect. Yeah, there's a biotic, so they're going to go down to 0, but the biggest thing here is that they obviously have that token. So we're at a branching path here. They can fast advance out with scarcity or with audacity. That's largely it. And we can start giving them credits and accessing for very little money. And with Top Hat, we can see all of the agendas. So that's really our option here, is that we could consider playing this and then seeing 3 different cards. The problem is we'll give them 3 credits. No longer worried about hard-hitting news. Obviously, when they're at 0 credits, they could do Beanstalk into hard-hitting news, but it seems pretty bad. I think we just need to get this off. There's 2 more Atlases in the deck. Let's kind of high roll this. Bad Pup goes a long way here. There's a chance that we give them credits, like we give them 1 credit and then they res the 3rd ice wall, so maybe giving them money is a bit silly. You can take 1. We gotta pick a number, chat. What are we feeling? Got a lucky number here we gotta get. I played the TMG drinking game and all I got was this ER visit. How are we feeling? Piox is 4. How's it going, Piox? Corey's at 2. This is gonna be hard to get a democracy on this. I've seen 2 3s in here. So far, the most consistent number is 3. Found out there's another ice wall there, so it's not 3. Poglos is saying 11. A bit ambitious. This also does this lock punishes the Atlas token. Because now if they shuffle, we're gonna go for number 1 here. They're thinking of using the token, which is wild. I guess they can audacity from hand and then we maybe lose. Game of Droids, how's it going? Catching a rare Match Ballgrid stream live. Must be my lucky day. Hey, cheers! Hopefully you're enjoying it. Hopefully you're doing alright. Corey said told you. Okay. Feel pretty dumb if it's on top and you don't get it after multiple runs. Yeah, no, here we check the top. Like we always check the top here. No. Beans. Alright. So they could pull hard-hitting news here. The thing is with the hard-hitting news, they'll be on 0 credits, so whatever. Alright, we've seen 1, we've seen 3. We're doing 5 now. I only do odd numbers. They're thinking now. No, we definitely do 2. It'd be stupid not to. That's an issue. That means they're definitely on hard-hitting news. So maybe we just lose right there. That sucks. Wait, don't you see what order they put the card back after Insight? Yeah, we could Insight, but the thing is, as soon as we Insight, they can just shuffle with the Project Atlas, and then we're boned. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's really, really bad. Yeah, like our Insight combo is absolutely worthless at this point in the game, because as soon as we Insight. So we know that they just draw a Reconstruction Contract, and we know 2 more cards. So we basically have to diesel into an Econ card somehow. Oh, actually, we have a lot of those. So they're on 4 points. They have a Reconstruction and Dedication in hand, so they score an Atlas next turn. So I think we lose. I think we just lose. Because they pull an Atlas, they reconstruction into Atlas, and then they're on 6. So next is a consulting. So if we run, we can get hard hitting news, but we're so far behind that I don't think it matters that much. We can expose this, but I think we just want the money. Let's play this one first. Fantastic. We'd be dumb not to run, but I think they pull last. Rain, how's it going? Welcome. How you doing? How's your week been? Resin Archer. Your hate makes me powerful. They have enough money. You can take another. You can have a credit. Suhas Bloop, how's it going? How long have we been streaming for? Half an hour. How you doing? Welcome. They pulled a Project Atlas to hand. Running last click is pretty bad, that's for sure. But they were gonna do that anyways. And now, if they don't get a token on it, we can insight next turn. We gotta do the top card here, right? Infiltration's only playable with Comet. We needed 2 credits because we needed at least 7 for this. Oh my god, what a bad top deck. That's so bad. Oh man, this is terrible. Oh, that's like the worst possible top deck here. So they're going to reconstruction out. So they're not going to get a token on it. Oh no, they do get a token on it. Of course, they're Tenon. Not Tenon, Titan. We got hard countered. Like the hardest of counters. Now, I think a deck like this Titan deck, is like 300 times worse if this new most wanted list is coming out. Because I think you're going to see a lot of Anarch and Shaper that are all running Clot, let alone SatCon. So I don't think this deck archetype is something they'd be worried about. But they just now pulled Project Atlas for the last hostile and win. So our only play here is to get as many accesses, and then they'll always pull at HQ. So we have a 1 and 4 in HQ. 2 credits is probably fine. Maybe it was wrong. Maybe it was wrong. We have to hit 2 agendas, then run RD. This is deck of the week. We just changed the ID largely because, oh, it's a guard. That's a problem. Yeah, like this deck just can't make accesses. Okay. Remember how we talked about not being a lot of end to run sentries? Oh man. Yeah, they have Destiny in hand. We're boned. Because even if we pull the last hostile, if they're running 3 hostiles, they probably are. We still lose. What we feeling, chat? I feel blind femme de guard in a match the other day. It was pretty funny. I think I've actually seen that. I think I've seen that happen. Lucky number 4. Ah, fuck. So we can't run any other remote. So we hit the concede button. Because this is once a turn. If we drop this, we have 2 credits, which is not enough. So we'll just hit that for value. We'll hit the concede. Good game. That's rough. That's real rough. Oh wow, there's a shortcut for that. TRFG. The more you know. If you want to see the stats, that's what our stats look like. So yeah, again, if your whole deck is based off insight, you're going to lose to any shuffle effects. And this is the deck that has the most consistent shuffle effects. So like absolutely destroyed there. I don't feel like that eco is any good, but... Oh, that's not right. Just tuning in. My name is Andre. Welcome. This is the Match Ball Grid. Oh, my face moved there. That's fine. We'll give it another shot. And then we'll move on to something else. You should let them actually score out. Why? TRFG is thanks for the game, I'm pretty sure. If only we'd stuck with Chaos Theory. You know how much money we actually got off Smoke that game? Like, we made like 6 or 7 credits. Like, Smoke was really good. Aubrey, how's it going? I just watched the movie Hackers and I recommended. I've watched Hackers when I watched Hackers, it was in like university, and we had this club of friends that we met like every Thursday night, and we watched like the worst films we could find, and Hackers showed up on that list. All right, Yomi. Insight is good against Yomi. Let's play Yomi. I've never played against Saraswathi. It's not a priority. Let them burn out searching for crumbs. Even if they find something worth spreading, we'll be on to the next project by then. I'm excited for this. They mulligan too. Good for us. Hack the Planet is also a really big deal. They're also like roller skating everywhere. Like indoors is that roller skate park. What a good film. Noise has the jacket that the main character from Hackers wears. Wait, for real? What's the main character from Hackers? I don't know their name. I think Angelina Jolie's also in that flick. We Twitch streamed my friend's reaction to seeing it the first time. Mess with the best. I like the rest. Absolutely the most. Just like the best. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks. You too. So we could like go inside and run here, but I want to make as few axes as possible. There's a chance they're on Obakata. It's cool that we kind of like see what they're drawing into, so we can like play around Mushin and trash traps and stuff like that. But I think we can probably just set up here. Well, Comet's really bad because we have to click for a credit. Click for a credit, we will. We'll play this first. Hit that Comet. Play this first. We gotta draw 2 cards. Gaining credits seems important, so we can play this one next. And we could just run here last click. Not that much punishes us, right? Like, what punishes us? Chrysalis. They fire snare, I don't care. Gene Splicer. Okay. That's gone now. Gene Splicer's good in this deck. Just 1999. Letting people play out the win is more satisfying for them, if you ask me. Yeah, it might be. I think conceding is like kind of a maybe a bit of a stuck-up highbrow thing where people like, I know I lost and I'm gonna prove that I have a like an intelligence over the board state, or like a concern about not wasting time. But like we knew they had Audacity in hand. It's kind of just a standing on ceremony. This is Noise Jacket. No fooling. Johnny Lee Miller character is Dave. Dang, Lord Nikon was ahead of the streetwear fashion by 20 years. Yeah, Noise has this jacket, right? Also, what a goofy picture. All right, so they installed doubles, tripled. So what do we die to here? We die to a series of Ronins. Single advanced traps don't honestly seem that bad. That's what I always say, and then we hit something really terrible, but I think we're going to draw up first. The problem is, like, these are not advanceable traps per se. Like, they could be snares, they could be psychic fields, because this card specifically says that it can be anything, which is wild. So the question is, do we draw first or draw after? I think we need more than 2 credits if we're going to trash things, so we'll draw first. We'll leave this, because this is the biggest burst draw card we have. Oh, it's actually just as good. So we'll draw 2 cards, game 3. Oh, we actually have Expose! Yeah, fuck it. This card's a Nisei Mark II! Oh my god. Expose is so good. Expose. So good. Do we continue running? If we hit a Psychic Field last click, we lose. If we hit a Snare here, they can not hit us with Ronin, because they don't have enough money. And they're running legitimate agendas. What is this? API S-Keeper Isabel. In the apiary. When your turn begins, you may remove an advancement token from installed card to gain 3 credits. No, you can go ahead and draw that. That's fine. Agendas, Ego, Snipe. AHK that jacket. I want it. Sick boy for life. It is a good one. Oh man, they could be NGOs if they didn't read the ID. They could be NGOs, right? Because you can't res cards, so you can't hit with like a lot of the advanceable traps. You don't have to, and this is probably the apiary. I'm gonna go ice that up with 3 credits. I don't care. I think we can just insight now. Oh wait, no, we need top hat for that. Never mind. We don't have it. They score an agenda. It's most of their. Also, the fact that we're not playing Mad Dash, it's better against Nisei, so joke's on them, I guess. This card's probably better, actually. They're more likely to run sentries, but this breaks all subroutines. So if they're running Komainu, which is like really possible, this is actually pretty sweet. I don't think we need 2 breakers, considering they're only showing 4 credits and 1 ice. 4-9 is sad. Suppose not so good against Psychic Field. No, it's not. But we were gonna run a Psychic Field anyways. Might as well expose it, I guess. There's the APAS Keeper. So they can now gain 3 credits for advancement tokens. So it's basically like clicking 2. We could consider trashing it. I don't think that money's gonna matter that much. Oh, they went back to our turn. That's all good. What did we do last click? I think we installed that. Oh, no worries. Lamb versus my endless EULA made me pretty sad last night. And I've been playing a lot of Masfingo, and it's been upsetting me too. Alright, so this gave them 1 credit. The thing is, this doesn't give you 3 credits. Like, it largely gives you 2 credits a turn, on the basis that You're paying for your advancements. At least you're not paying clicks. And we're on 2 points. Or it's almost impossible. We need to make 2 good runs here. So we could even run these just to like get the counters off of them. But I don't think that's something we need to do. We'll draw first. No one home is actually huge in this matchup. Because they need to pay money. Unfortunately, we don't actually have another event that we want to play. But this actually makes net damage really difficult. Because they have to trace us from 0. Which is pretty sweet. It might not actually been wrong to draw there. I'm going to run R&D. I think a wall is static is 5 to break with lamb. Is it really? Oh yeah, because you have to boost once. That's a mass comms, so that's a bit of an anti-synergy, right? If they're taking tokens off just to play that. Was playing Comet before really fun? Yeah, it might. I don't know. We could just draw and throw out one of these. We probably shouldn't have done that last click. Oh, Diesel's really good. Let's see what happens here. Thought they couldn't res that until the start of their next turn. They can res it on our turn. There's actually, you're right, because it says they can't res it until the next turn begins. But there's actually a window. It's not very obvious, but there is a window on your turn before start of turn triggers. So if someone like plays a what's it called? A Councilman, and you have a pad campaign, you can res it on the Corp's turn, on the runner's turn, and then res it on your turn, and still get the credits at the beginning of turn. They can res it. There is a window on your turn before start of turn to res stuff. Looks like we're going to Mushin mode. Yeah, absolute unbridled econ. Alright, do we actually same old thing expose one of these? Yeah, fuck it. Let's same old thing expose one of these. We probably should have done that on the June bug. Great. Don't have to run that. We have 1 click left, so many cards in our hand, so like damage doesn't even matter that much. I think we'll check server 6 though. Psychic field, maybe we die. It's an NGO front. Okay, that's fine. Don't need another comet, and we don't need another one of these. If we lose this to damage, we'll look pretty dumb. Assuming your opponent counts them into pad. Yeah, assuming, but like that's the proof of concept here. Yeah. Always triple advance. I don't even know if they now technically have the money for it with this. But yeah, NGO front's a bit of a pseudo anti-synergy. We know they have a burst card in the hand for 4 credits, which isn't a lot, but it's something. Can't that ID install cards that can't normally be installed, like operations or ice in the server? Martin, firstly, how's it going? Welcome. I don't know, can it? Can this card install operations? I don't think so. I don't think other cards specify what install means. Okay, we got the top hat. And we have this. We're kind of good to go, you know? I don't think we run here. We have 2 currents. Oh, we'll do these 2 next turn, so we can go ahead. And we could just play the Ika, just in case. I don't think we're going to need it. Maybe we'll just take some money. That also probably doesn't matter. This is the one card we... the Ika's probably safer. Of course it can. Vincent? Because other cards that say install a card don't specify that it has to be. It just has to be a legal play. So I would say it wouldn't. I think Apex and his stuff is the only way to install cards that can't be installed, I think. Sort of. So like, how do we lose here? We lose to like a bunch of Ronins in a row, and a bunch of Ronins in a row means that they have to have also more money than us because of our no one homes. I don't know. Janktivist, how's it going? Happy Thursday, Andres. This is deck of the week with Smoke. It is. We made 2 changes, one of them being Smoke, because Chaos Theory has no value in that deck, and this is a 40 card with a recurring credit, which is just straight up better. What's the chance they have a shuffle effect out here? Pretty low. Alan also, how's it going? Reboot. Oh, Trick a Light. Okay, that's maybe how they win. So it looks like they're tricking lighting onto this thing. What do they got? It's a reverse the counts. Does that matter? Yeah, we took out a Mad Dash because I want to play with most one list. All right, so we have no credits. My play group switched to the new most wanted list. Yeah, mine did too. The thing is, like, we can't afford this. We have a lot of cards that give us credits from 0. I don't think it matters. I think we can just win. There's no card that costs agendas the credits. I wonder if 45 and Isla is a better value. She's kind of a 41 card deck. Steven, what's up, Boo Smoke? It's not a stealth deck, man. Don't give me that shit. This is just the deck of the least of the week with one recurring credit. So we played Comet. If we run, like, we have no credits, it means that this is off. It also means Hard-Hitting News is off, like, online. But they can also ice R&D now, so they can put ice on the top. That's kind of bad. Kind of bad for us, but we can maybe steal 2 agendas here. We're not going to steal Obokata, because then we die. To Nurls, and then we die also. Literally no agendas. There's a Komaino on the top, which is really good that we have this, and no money. There's a Beekeeper and a Nancy and a Junebug, so literally terrible. Well, that's good. That sucked. Go trash Junebug? Cost of credit. Won't do that. Our regionals is Saturday. I don't know what to play. It's in the old most wanted list, right? Play CI, my dude. L Cyber Feeders go back. That's largely what it is. Have to find something I actually think that's capable of maybe winning a little. Corp side. Matee is good. I play Matee. They just drew a Komainu. You want to probably put that on R&D, but again, we break it for 3 credits with smoke, so we win. Junebug is 0 to trash? Oh, so it is. Yes, you're right. But, like, what are they going to do? Advance it? Probably. Play Biotech. At least your games will be fast, right? They could be unpunitive, actually, in this deck if money matters that much, but maybe they just wanted to play advanceable cards, and this one seemed fun. Maybe it actually doesn't have synergy. They've also just drawn their Anansi, so now we know the next 2 cards, which is Beekeeper, Junebug. And I'm assuming if there's agendas on the table, they would score them unless one of them show a force, which this doesn't get around. Alright, so it's either an Anansi, which is 7, 6 with this. They probably want to double ice this. I don't want to play Jinteki. Okay. They're icing server 7, which we don't know what that is. Also worth knowing that we have 2 levies and we haven't seen any of them, so that's really good. This is 2 credits, that's best. Oh, no. Oh, that's what Comet looked like. There's a levy. So it's just cycles. It's straight cycles. We want to do that maybe next turn. This gets down. Ah, totally misclick. Which the Junebug? Server 5? Otricon, how's it going? Play whatever deck that made the cut of a recent event that you're comfortable with. Corp meta is super open right now. CI, Argus, Corp. I think Asmari did some good recently. I'm kind of scared of playing Hard-Hitting News into all the Roberto, what's up? Play outfit, rush, and kill. It's an option. I don't know. Maybe just click for 3 and throw one of these out. Probably bad. We need 2 of these probably to close the game off. Okay, no value. Oh, Beth is good. Beth is a good card. I want to keep the Ngolo in case they double ice. And, like, using this is actually kind of expensive. I think it's like, what, 2, 4, 5, 6, like 7 to get through a Nancy. And we only know 1 card on the top. This deck has 2 levies. If we lose 1 to errant damage, we'll be upset. But if we play unsafely, we can throw that one out. Also tell Steven to play CI. Steven, play CI. That's what Vincent says. Tell Steven to play as Mari. Okay, well, you got that too. Treat it like HB. Oh, Andre, have you heard of Tabletop Simulator? Because they have a Keyforge mod right now. It's about 15 decks available to try the game. I do actually own Tabletop Simulator. I haven't tried it in a long time, though. But that's really cool. How are you enjoying the Keyforge? Appy says reversed accounts is not bad because it is advanceable and proactive and turns off Caldera. This doesn't seem like a deck that cares about Caldera that much, I'll be honest. I think Caldera is better. Like, I can probably run and trash most things. Oh, are they getting mass comm value? Okay. I wish I had an event to play. A smarter person would know what's left in the deck. We have one party left. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Top hat is not unique for some reason. Let's see how it goes. Might play CTM. CTM's not bad. I think we're going to be playing some CTM tonight. Explain your thoughts on the new unique board game announced by FFG Andre. Nice try, Vincent. So they basically clicked for 2 credits, right? That's what this card is. It's clicking for 2 credits. The game is a bit odd. Only played 1 game so far and had the biggest fighters, but lost because my opponent stole all my amber. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be strictly like a board control game of playing the biggest dudes and going face, which is kind of a cool thing, I guess. They broke the insight lock. That's good for us. Play Fear the Walking Dead, lots of traps, only 6 agendas, very rich and punitive. What sort of deck is that, Outage? They're going all in on their remote again. This easily could be a scary piece of ice. We have 5 clicks. So this is 3, which puts us on 7. So yeah, we can get in. Let's see what the insight first. Yeah, we can get through anything for 6+1. And yeah, this deck is significantly worse without Mad Dash. Like, Mad Dash is such a good card. There might actually be agendas on the table based on how we're not running. I don't think we'd expect any shuffle effect. Excited to play Keyforge with my friends who got tired of MTG but overwhelmed by ANR. That's like, I was a bit negative about Keyforge, and it's still not like the thing I'm the most excited about, but the fact that you can just like pick up and pack and play is really cool that it opens up. There's a Nisei on top, a viral weaponization, NGO from Grendel. Okay. So we can play this for free and run. Viral weaponization is kind of scary, but we can just draw a lot. That's actually really scary because we lose Levy with viral weaponization. But in theory, we win if we can get through this twice. And the thing is, if this does net damage, like, it doesn't matter. This puts us on 6 with the smoke credit 7. This needs 2. Yeah, okay. Maybe we just win here. Yeah, we might just win. Depends on what this ice is. It's an Anansi, okay. So this one actually lets them rearrange the top, so we can't just let it fire. I think it's actually cheaper to do this one. This is 2 to host, another 2 to break, so it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the same cost. But the problem is, as soon as they like use this, they look at the top 5 cards and rearrange them, so Comet is really bad. I think we might as well just use this one. Oh, we paid 2, 2, so I'm gonna play. Oh, that should do it. Question is, do we want the Anansi or the viral weaponization? The Nisei. I think we definitely want the viral, right? Oh, Ika breaks 2 subs per credit? Wait, hold on. That's... Oh, maybe that is cheaper. Actually... Huh. So it's 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 1 cheaper. So... yeah, we'll do Ika. Here. Okay. Ika is 6. So we're gonna run R&D. So we're gonna get that credit. We're gonna host it. We're gonna boost. We're gonna break 2 subs. What's the chance actually we draw once? There's a chance that we draw once and get Deuces Wild. Oh, Oh, that's good. That's technically value. Okay. Huh. Got him. Yeah, they got us. Well, you know the next one on R&D is there, so like I think we just take credits here. That was mean, yeah. How does that beat anybody with CV though? Cybernetic's Division, Mushin, Cerebral Sand, Aggressive Secretaries, 3 Show, Force, 3 Vanity. Oh, it's just Yomi, huh? So they drew both agendas. We know the next two cards were NGO Front and Grendel. So they're just playing every advanceable card. I wasn't super into Keyforge, but I'll probably just be at the game shop with a friend one day with an hour or two kill and pick up a deck. Yeah, it sounds about right. At least for me. Alright, they got 2 agendas in hand. We got this current, expensive ass current on the table. What ice is R&D? We have 4 credits. You have to spend a lot of money for snare if they want to fire snare. Okay. They have 1 agenda in HQ. I still think we go HQ. We're gonna lose this game. We're definitely gonna lose this game. They gained a credit. So what's left in the deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1 of those, which is huge. We can run this last click. They can't even trick a light because they sold out the token. No, they can't. Thing is, if we draw and lose our levy, we lose the game. So what do we do? HQ the remote. Have you played Twilight Imperium? No, I haven't. I know a new one came out, but it's like one of those 12-hour games I haven't had time for. What do we do? 7 credits, so what could they res? Like, we know they're on Komainu. There's just 3 credits coming with this. It also could just not be an agenda, obviously. They could all be in HQ. HQ for sure? Yeah, but it's a 1 in 5. Okay. Maybe we just value levy here. Because we run HQ hit snare, we also lose. We need to fire this. We also consider Eschering right now just to get this off of R&D, but there's no point. They're on 0 points. Yeah, I don't think we're in a rush. I think we just like value levy. And then we can run it. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, man. Almost. Oh, this is good. And now we run HQ. 5 credits. We have 6 credits. Not amazing, but if they res an Anansi, which they can, if they res like a 6 credit ice, pretty good. Oh, it's Miraju. Fine. It's fine. And we want to throw one of these out. Like playing this has very little value. So they can just shuffle the agenda, so now we have a 0 chance. But they're now on 5 credits. If they want to score that Nisei, they go down to 1 credit. And we have another Insight. They also just shuffled their deck, so Insight now hits new cards. They also do draw a new card, though. I'm glad that we didn't put this on R&D. They played around the Escher. So I'll go still access here, I guess. There's a lot of trashables. Mass comms. Yeah, that's the anti-synergy with how their deck is working right now. Alright, this is going to be a grind, huh? I think they scored the Nisei here. They could even viral weaponization. Viral weaponization would be pretty sweet. Our hand is like tight. Oh man, they're not scoring anything. What are they doing? What's going on? Literally, what's going on? They just sold their token for 2 credits. What? What's going on here? Uh-oh. It still looks like there's another breach dome, or what's it called? Biovault? Biodome? The thing is they can't res. Oh, it's not. So it might not even be a Biovault. Slow Swati, come on. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to like ruse us into a real good play somewhere. So, I don't know. I'm fucking running this shit. I'm running this. Was it Junebug for sure? It might have been. Dude, this is my kind of deck. All right, 2 advancements, 7 credits. We got a credit. Thanks, Beth. I want to draw. I want to draw some more. We can actually expose an ice. Doesn't seem particularly good. We'll always draw first. Gain 3 credits. We'll take the money. So we want some more money, and I think we can just charge this for Mo. We can always draw out of it last click, but this is a Junebug. It does 4 damage. Then we don't really die to a lot. Oh, that's actually really annoying. Yeah, that's annoying. Alright, so this is a Sentry. We can still get through it a lot of the times. It's a Koge, it just ends the run, but they're on 5 credits, so. They can sell one of these tokens and still triple advance, which is funny. So that converts and breaks. I just clicked the same button twice. Won't they just move the Thimble Rig? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they probably will. Apparently not. They should have moved the Thimble Rig. And they're on 0 credits, so this can't even be a Junebug. Like, the worst is an NGO front. Yeah, that was a mistake. I think. Oh, Thimble's still a barrier, right? Oh, and then counter, so no, it's not. It would become not a barrier, so yeah. Oh. I guess 2 subs? Oh, thank you. 2 subs. So I could take 1 damage. No. No, that's okay. It's cheaper. Yeah, Ika's not bad, right? That we put that in this deck. Mark, how's it going? Yeah, keep a few creds. Yeah, we overdid it there. I'll access. So there's nothing that can give him money here besides an NGO front. So 3 subs. I paid. Oh wait, 1 more cred for you. Yeah, exactly. Excuse me. I paid 3 for 6 subs. Yeah. Thank you. I overpaid. Yeah. It's an Obakata, which puts us on game point. They're on 0 credits, so like I really am not scared of them. If we keep this card, we draw out of it really hard. But we can also we can't use No One Home. So they have to be able to do 2 damage to us without any advancement counters. It's really hard because they need a quadruple advance a Ronin. We can just draw out of this, and that's a really good draw there too. We're actually on 6 points. Totally forgot our current was still up. And we could go ahead and pay 2 to move this over here, which is probably not wrong, but I don't think they're gonna trash it based off of. They would need to trash both their ice unless they click for a credit. If they click for a credit, we can consider moving it. Actually, no, they can just install and trash both of them for 0, but that seems like a pretty bad play. Yeah, the fact that they're on 0 means I'm not scared at all. We could actually go around trashing everything. We could trash this Junebug. At 0 credits, there's no traps that fire besides Ghost Branch. So that could be the viral. Oh, I just meant to draw first. That's fine. We don't really need these. I'd rather draw cards. We could wait on value. Doesn't really do much. Ghost Branch. Like, they could be on Ghost Branch. It looks like they're running every advanceable card. Not that any of these cards are particularly bad, but maybe the synergy's off. Again, they're at 1 credit, so not really interested in running that. We could run this. We could run this. Psychic Field to 50-50. That's largely it. Yeah, let's just start running stuff. Plan B? Yeah, Plan B could be a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they're on Plan B. It's a Gene Splicer. Yeah, that's gone. This is a Junebug. It's gone. We have so much No One Home credits, actually. We're not worried about it. Have we seen a false flag yet? Nah, it's too much influence. I think you do. That's the problem with false flag, is like you definitely do if you're playing full traps. Okay, so there's a chance that we run this and it is a Psychic Field. Psychic Field does multiple instances of 1 damage, or does it do all the damage at once? Because then we can't protect it. I guess actually they would need double Neural to kill us if we keep it No One Home. Oh, so that does it all at once. This probably is not necessary. This is how you lose a game, by running this. It's a snare. Okay, great. So we know they're on snare. Good to know. We actually could consider just moving this onto there, but it's only 1 credit cheaper. That's fine. I'll keep the lamb. You can de-res Mirage or get free accesses to their hand. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we could. It's only gonna last 1 turn though. Time for wake up call. Yeah, wake up call will be fine, but like I don't really care if they trash most of this stuff. We have extra one of these. This doesn't really. This does technically matter because we need another insight. We have 1 more insight in our deck, which probably wins us the game. I can't believe they didn't score out already. Like they've had cards on the table that we haven't run. Like they install advance, we're not running it, which means that they're probably pretty scared to advance things. So they took a credit off of that to double advance it. So I guess. There are 2 agendas in hand. There might be just 1 actually because this fired. And that could be the second one. I don't know. Card draw is more important than money. Yeah, we'll just expose this because if we win, we win. It's a viral weaponization. All right. Well, the problem is if they realize they can move this around, we lose. So the winning play is actually technically Escher run remote. Right? Because if they realize that they can move this, we can't get through it twice. Because this is only on the encounter. So I think we have to do Escher run remote. We don't have to break this. Yeah, we'll do Escher run remote. I'm changes for the run. No, it's for the encounter. Yeah, it's into the counter. Fire. The only problem is here is, oh, we're not accessing, so it doesn't matter. And we can let this fire. So, yeah, that's a good game. How does this work? Oh, just like that. That'll do it. We can even break this, but let's style it and not break it. We know it's a viral weaponization. Doesn't really matter. Hey, good game. Alright. Alright. We did it. I don't know why they weren't scoring. They easily could have scored 5 points. But we're just going to go ahead and take that. Exposed card's actually pretty good. Hey, good game. Yeah, you saw there's a bit of like anti-synergy in their deck, that they're running mass comms, but they're also running multiple copies of this S-Keeper Isabel. So that's a bit unfortunate. Cool. Hey, how's it going? I was meant to hit a button that does something, but apparently... Oh, there we go. Nice. Letting the game go to completion as opposed to conceding right there. That's what I was getting at earlier. Yeah, that's true. I can see why people care about that. Want to fight? Yeah, let's do it. Jamie, let's do it. You want to host? I'll do the news section right after it. Jamie, I think Jamie's streaming right now. Just concede when you lost. That's a very Vincent thing to do. Oh, apparently not. I thought Jamie wanted to stream. That Mochi game though, so many showdowns. I don't know what any of that means. I'm sorry. Yeah, we gotta play a deck. I wanted to build a CTM deck. 1 second. Oh, no, that's not right. Give me a second. Give me a minute to build a corp. Is this corp? Yes, nice. I wanted to build, like, basically test good stuff because Worlds is coming up. I think the YouTube name is, like, On the Hunt. We need to find a good deck. I know, good way, even if we don't decide to play it, a very important thing is that you gotta be able to, is to, like, play enough decks to be able to know what people are playing in, when you're playing against them. So I think an NBN controlling message deck is a good... It's not a bad deck right now, and I think it's actually pretty easy to build one. It'll probably be faster in Chrome. I'm gonna build a deck that's probably identical to like every other like CTM competitive deck right now. I want Vincent at the bottom of your screen. Have you seen Bayokin's new successful demo? I have, actually. It's pretty cool. I don't think it's better than like some of the other more standard competitive CTM decks, but like that combination is wild. It's really cool, and I think it's probably better in just like Engine Techie asset spam decks. It does seem like a lot of fun, that's for sure, but it's definitely not better. 'Cause the problem with that specifically, if you haven't seen it, there's a really cool synergy with Daily Business Show and Ramen Rai. The problem is that that deck doesn't have enough must trash assets to generate an economy lead, which is the most important thing you can do. I don't know how many foods we run. I think it's 3. It might be 2. Wow, it lets you do that? That's weird. Every deck is the same. Mom, bad virtue. Sorry, this is not very exciting because I don't think I'm explaining any of these decisions. This is probably like a deck list online. What's it called? I never remember this one. Calibration. That's it. What else do we want? What else is good? How close are we to a really good deck? No Puppet Masters? Soon. Very soon. There's definitely assets. Yo, you gotta throw asset names at me. I gotta figure this part out. There's definitely like a good one here. That's like really important. Bankers. That's good. What else are we playing? 3 more influence? Do we play hedge fund in this deck? I don't think we do. Bankers, bankers, bankers. Yes. Coca-Cola also. How's it going? That seems right. I think we have hedge fund. I think we have hedge fund. 3 hedge for sure. Lady Liberty, that's going to be a hard slot. I think I was talking about that. That's a psychographics. Close. I think we play 1 or 2. I'm not actually sure. I'm just going to net deck something. We're probably like almost card for card. Sponsorship? I don't think we need to do sponsorship. 1 exchange. Oh, yeah, exchange. Thank you. Ice Suite is like a 2 toll booth, 2 IP block. Look, they're all the same. They're all really good. That's too old. Okay. This is good television, huh? Every deck is the same. This seems right. Nailed it. So Turnpike is good. Enigma toll booth. I like Enigma a lot. Where are we missing influence though? Is it another CBG? What are we doing? America CTM is the newest one. Oh yeah, it's 3 of those. That explains it. So Enigma toll booth is good. We don't play the bouncing one, do we? We don't play Turnpike as a taxing card. Like we're not playing Archangel? Yeah, we got the money in there. So what's left for 1 influence? What are people playing? Malia, we still have a lot of slots in here. Wow. We could do Malia or team sponsorship. Team sponsorship is a bit win more. Oh man, I don't play CTM. Peter played a Market Forces at Gen Con. Not sure I like Market Forces. Seems way worse than closed accounts. I don't like Resistor as much as Vanilla. 46. Need some good old ice. Maybe a pop-up? That seems bad. Archangel seems good. And what's an end the run? Maybe we need 2 toll booths. I like 2 toll booth. Apparently no one can afford 2 toll booth. Are people not playing ice in this deck? 3 sponsorship? Ireland for days. How's it going? 3 sponsorship? You really think so? I want to try Malia. Malia seems so much more fun. Hard hitting news 2. We got that. We got that. Okay, well, I believe this is what competitive CTM looks like. I don't know why I copied that deck name. All right, we're in. That's a deck. We gotta play some of the good stuff. And we'll talk about it. I'm not particularly that great at CTM. But it's a strong deck. Endless EULA. Ah, that's not bad. Not streaming tonight. Ah, shame. Oh, there we go. Endless EULA is really bad against Lamb, and maybe I'm too scared about it. Molly is good. Less necessary after the 0 nerf. Yeah, Molly is probably a response to the 0 nerf, to Clan Vengeance specifically. We probably don't need to play it. Sponsorship will probably be good. When we draw it, we'll see how it goes. I know what deck Jamie is playing. We talked about this deck. This isn't a keepable hand. We'll keep that. This is that. I don't need much. O bico vai pegar. Alan. I'm assuming that's Portuguese. What does that say? ULA isn't good in CTM. It seems pretty expensive. Okay. So, what we want to do is we want to get some stuff on the table. This is good. This is good. Now we can ice central servers. Unfortunately, I know about Jamie's deck, and I'm convinced that Jamie's deck doesn't have enough economy, so I kind of wanted to mulligan for hard-hitting news. But I think putting something on archives is really good, considering we know what's up here. That was mean. Best of luck. Have fun, though. You should play Jua. Jua's actually a pretty good card, Rain. I think more people should play Jua. It's a really good card. So, yeah, I know Jamie's deck doesn't have a lot of money, and he is kind of working on Retrieval Run. I still even think if we don't do this turn 1, there's no way you Retrieval Run, because we're going to get hard-hitting news with this DBS combo and Rashida, so he's kind of goofed. He has a Levy, a Rebirth. He's running a Legwork, which is kind of scary. The Rebirth is kind of scary, too, so basically he's only playing this to have a 40-card deck. I don't know what you Rebirth into. I don't honestly know what you Rebirth into, because AR Enhanced Security makes Kim really bad. The Levy in hand is a garbage card to throw out, and they don't want to guinea pig their whole hand, but we have to understand they could get a burst of money really quickly. They're just gaining a credit, and are they going to guinea pig their whole hand? There's no way. That's crazy town. They guinea pig their whole hand. All right. So that gives them an extra credit. But they just threw out 2 Retrieval Runs, a Rebirth, a Legwork. There's no way. What? Ah. All right. Rashida draws an extra. We have the Mumbed Virtual Tour to protect Central Servers. Psychographics is not very good right now. We want to hit the hard-hitting news if we can. Mumbed Virtual Tour is pretty sweet. We can ice up HQ. Yeah, that was wowzers for sure. We can ice up HQ with this. It's fine. This in a remote is okay too. Not that we're planning to score. We can also protect this with the Mumbed Virtual Tour. You kind of really want to trash this one. Putting this on HQ is fine. We could take a credit, but we also probably just want to put this out. What do we want to do? Things if like we install over that's problem. Well, what are the cards that will end up in the trash? We could get them to hit this. If they hit this, it's so good for us. We can also protect one of these. You're definitely playing to score with CTM. Yeah, we are playing to score for sure. So they have 11 credits. They can start disassembling things. We might have wanted to protect this. It's a really strong card. Leaving R&D open seems okay. We might actually could have iced R&D instead of playing the sponsorship. Patchwork's coming down. Still, 2 or few cards that will fire. None of these fire. We definitely don't want one of those. I played a lot in Near Earth Hub yesterday, so I'm thinking that we'll draw a card every time we install. But we got to build a remote somehow. We want money. We want a bankers group for sure. That's not a bankers group. Maybe drawing is bad when we have these, but having this up actually is really good too. Let's just protect R&D. I don't think they have any multi-axes. This card's sweet. It's a really good card. We really need to get down to bankers. This gives them 2 credits a turn. It also lets them throw out cards. They just gained 6 with a sure gamble. Trashing a Patchwork, excuse me. So they have 14. It's a lot of money. And DJ Fenders is coming down for Steve. So protecting HQ seems really good. And none of these fire. I think we actually res this. We can blank Steve. That's pretty funny. I think we'll take that. And we can ice Malia up with Virtual Tour, which is particularly mean. This is 2 to res. We want to make sure that we have 0 for that, which is not that hard. We can just put Malia onto server 4 and click for 2. If they hit this, they'll trace through it, and then we can blank Steve. We probably want to draw once here. They're going to take an agenda off of us, but new remote, this is fine as well. Think you want to score the Beal and recur Rashida? Yeah, again, I'm not particularly... I probably should be rushing out when they're just dirtling like this. The thing is, we can't really score behind ice. This is virtual, so we can't blank it. Oh, this is not virtual. Excuse me. So now we can start trashing things. This is really good. We don't need the exchange. The Enigma seems sweet. They have shown literally no breakers besides this Morning Star. I'm assuming they're going to try and get us by surprising us with one of their big breakers. Luckily, this card's really good against big breakers. cards. Does blanking DJ disable Steve's ability? Yeah. Because Fenris gains a text identity. The hosted identity actually doesn't matter much. Man, we really need money. We could have a bankers firing since turn 1. They're really not trashing our stuff. We really got to go fast. The agendas are piling in. I don't even know. Do we res the Sinai to do a trace 3? Hippo's coming down. They threw a knife out for it. Do we res this? Yeah, probably do. This is a good card. I want the ice more than anything. So I think we can score this, res this, res this. That puts us down to actually a very little money. There's no like positive econ card that we could recur. So I think we're not going to res this 9. Hopefully it's a surprise at some point. But when we have this down, we can re-res Rashida. Again, Bankers Group would have been so fucking sweet here. We're actually going to end up throwing out a card though, which is kind of rough. Maybe this is... we just have no money. So we can put this into a new remote. We could put this in the remote, which seems okay. This will probably draw us into a bankers. That's probably fine. We can also install something from hand. I'm gonna throw something out here. I like the ice, considering they have Hippo. I don't think they run archives. So early they have to trash Sinai. Yeah, it does. Like, that's kind of the thing. But if we res this, we go down to 1 credit and we can't res the IP block. They know this is in here, so they might want to go run it. But yeah, they literally did nothing, and we're not doing anything. Like, we need a bankers rolling for sure. This will hit a bankers. It's also worth knowing that we shuffled. Did we shuffle R&D? Surfer's coming down too, so now they can get into big remotes. So putting this in a remote is going to matter. Good thing also, if they trash something with Hippo, the CTM trace fires. That's pretty okay for us. We just need to get this to fire. I think they're trying to install their land, maybe? I don't know. They'll fix it. We'll figure it out. By the way, how's it going? The match ball grid. Do that. How's it going? One agenda in HQ is actually pretty sweet here. They can run HQ. We can res the Malia and res this. Some value in that. And they just inject last click. So we know they have a retrieval run in hand. So it looks like they're going to be retrieval running their Morningstar now. We need to get value off of this. Just don't have enough money. Seriously, no bankers? There we go. So, we want to have some money. I think we install 3 things here. We can score this next turn. Actually, if they steal it, it's pretty good because Amani Sinai fires. But we want to get the money differential up. We know they're going to retrieval run to get out their Morningstar. So having another piece of ice here is okay, considering they break this for 2. They still get through this one. Taxing HQ also seems okay, but we only have not a lot of agendas in here. Getting this into a new remote is also pretty good. We could protect it with Mumbad Virtual Tour, but I like Mumbad Virtual Tour in the remote for sure. Kayak, how's it going? How you doing? I think we score this next turn to recur like the food or something like that. We also just want to make sure we have enough money. And Enigma's best. We don't want to lose the Enigma. This actually breaks this for a lot of money. Like, this is a really expensive one. And the pressure is what they can do. Same old thing, legwork, which is kind of okay. They can also put this on HQ, which is not bad. MBT and server. Yeah, they might run it. The thing is, if they run it and they trash it, they can go trash this one. Maybe we don't. I just don't want to throw out ice. I think we throw out the sponsorship. Because I don't think they're going to trash this. They're not playing like they need a trash sponsorship. So we can always recur it if we need to. Install team sponsorship. That could be an option too, right? Because it's another recursion card. Double gamble. They have 22 credits. I have to get that many gambles. So there's a retrieval run we talked about. If we res this, they can trash it, but it's a trace. I don't really care about that. They can get the Morningstar down. Morningstar down, we actually have 5 barriers that they all break for 1 credit, and everything else they break for really cheaply. So this is pretty rough. The thing is, this is not conditional. And we really don't care about this. So I think we res this so they have to break it. Oh, I guess they could trace it, which is actually fine for us too. And then this uses up the hippo on this remote, which is good for us. Oh, they actually broke it. Okay. The hippo fires. Oh, it's May. Never mind. Whatever, they spent money. Yeah, they're not going to access it now. They're not going to access because they're retrieval running. So that comes down, and now they can break everything for about 2 credits. So they're running HQ here. This is the last click, so if they trash this, it's pretty bad for them. So before they access, where's Amani? Where's Malia? Blank the Fenris. Now they have to interact with us. Let's go. Yeah, we really needed to get the credits up. Hopefully they don't trash this. Not trashing it this turn for sure. And Malia worked out for us. Hey, how's it going? It's letting me Steve. Weird. Just pick whatever, and we'll fix it. Alright, things are okay. We're trying to score somehow in this. We kind of really need a toll booth up at some point, but even that they break for 4. Molly is going to do pretty good here too. We'll see how it goes. How are you doing? Save the head for next turn when they're poor and you hard-hitting news. I don't think they're going to be poor this turn though. Is it working? I don't think if they just pick 2 random cards. Okay. Like if they steal this, it's what? Trace 5? Oh, they hit the IP block. Not particularly that impactful. Rezik Bankers Group. We're off to the races. I don't think we want agenda right now. Hard-hitting news, we have 2 of them. But we can like tempo hard-hitting news them once we have like value. We can't ice that up, obviously. That's just not how that works. We can protect Malia, which has some value. I think just bring agendas is like really good. That has to be of these 2. I think the hard-hitting news is worse. So we could just score this, which lets us recur a card. I don't want to actually recur any of these that much. We can install this on HQ. Yeah, or we can just score this. It does trace 2, which is not that great. I actually like this better on HQ because it doesn't end the run. They might start trashing everything this turn. I think they can. And you need a close prompt as well. You both forgot Hippo last archives. Hippo is a May ability, so it doesn't actually fire the way that I thought it was. It's a choice. Makes it really good. So we're just waiting for them. They have to same old thing levy at some point. They have 3 same old things in their deck, considering they just want to like spam forks over and over again, or knifed, excuse me. And yeah, we really just need to get credit lead up. It's really unfortunate how this is going. You can also just like give them the 15 minutes in this remote, like install double. Maybe that's not that good. The retrieval running for Surfer, it seems. That's acceptable. So Surfer lets them reposition the ice. They're letting this fire again. My Adventure tool is pretty good. Having more credits is also pretty good. We could just score this, which does trace 2. I really don't care if they steal it. And I don't know what R&D multi-access they have. My suspicion is none. It's a pretty lousy card there, though. Just gonna take the money. Now we're on parity. Besides, they get a free credit. So they use the same old thing for that. So I think they only have 1 levy and 1 more same old thing. So if we trash this same old thing, if they're tagged, it's gonna be pretty good for them. So they guinea pig their whole hand. A lot of credits. So it's a lot of credits. I'll definitely res this. And they have to win off singles. So I think we buried most of their deck, but we're drawing 3 every turn. So every 8 turns we cycle. Oh, we actually have an Archangel here. Archangel is actually really expensive for them because it is 6 strength ice. So they actually have to pay like a lot for Archangel. Archangel's one of the best ice we have. Interestingly, it's the first time you break all subroutines on an ice during a run. They technically can trash it. That being said, it's a trace though, last click, which is pretty good. I think Hippo fires here. I think also we just run like what's it called, best defense. We'd hit this and I think they lose. I don't think they have another levy. Well, they have to win off just as simple singles, but I don't actually think they need to levy. None of these cards really matter. They trash it with Hippo. CTM would not fire. Oh, because CTM's installed cards. Excuse me. Yeah, you're right. So they could just trace it. I think they just trace it. Yep. And Hippo doesn't work? Why not? Oh, because it's not outermost? Yeah, I guess it's not outermost. Trace or break. Yeah, it's probably not outermost. I guess they're just gonna be 6. What's left in their deck? I think they have 2 cyber feeders. Cool. Okay, cool. Oh, that's a way that we win. That's a good card. And now they're at a point where hard hitting uses around every single corner. If we top deck a Beal, we can score it, and then we let everything fire. I really don't think we want to keep playing Amalia though. Or sorry, excuse me, Rashida. It seems pretty rough. So I'll res the Turnpike. They'll lose a credit. You know, they hit this as Trace 5, which is really big considering we can return this to the hand. They might actually take the Trace here. Huh? 1 second. So they paid, okay. Hold on. Spent 2 to make it a barrier, yeah. Surfer cost 2. Solid piece of ice currently encounter with a piece of ice directly before that run continues from this new position. You're still counting ice. Yeah, I think server also costs 2. So far, you've just lammed and broke for 3. Shouldn't it be 5? Am I missing something here? 2 to make lamb Turnpike. Oh. Yeah, maybe it just doesn't say 2 credits in the log. 18. Yeah. You started at 19 though. Because then that fires. It's automated and doesn't say it. I think it just doesn't say it in the log. So it should be 2, 4. Yeah, the extra one. Yeah, totally. Just says surf, but doesn't say the cost, unlike breaking. Weird. All good though. Yeah, it just doesn't say in the log. Yeah, totally. All right, so if they hit this, it's trace 5, which I don't know if we can boost into. I think we can. So, man, Steve is just going to keep happening over and over again, which is really unfortunate. Hit an Enigma. Okay. They lose a card from turn back. Yeah, Shazner, how's it going? They did. And that's why the 19 thing lined up. Okay. Well, another banker seems good. Probably better than the hedge fund. Actually, maybe not even. I don't mind if they steal this food. The problem is there's another food in archives. We could just score this. I honestly don't mind if they steal it. That's the thing. I don't want to draw because our DBS draws are so much better. Putting this onto R&D seems good. Gain a credit. Whatever. So yeah, their deck kind of petered out. They need to be spamming knife. And that's the thing is like if they trash one of our cards, they can trash all of our cards. Because the trace only fires once and we haven't scored an Ares. We have 3 Areses. I'll fast events an Ares out if we draw it. I think there's 2 Ares coming up soon. And once they're tagged, like there's so little they can do. The quantum is safe. All this ice gets better. Same old thing into guinea pig. Do they even have a levy now? Are they running double levy? We'd have to count the influence. Maybe they're on double levy. They have 23 now. Maybe they start trashing things. Yeah, they only encounter the ice once with server because it just moves the position and continues to encounter. They're just playing econ cards and drawing. I don't know what they're drawing at. Yeah, I'll score that. So this lets us fast advance this. Can we score that? There we go. Monty Tonight has a trace 3. We're not going to boost into that. You want to do that before you choose what you recur, I think, largely. And then we can recur a card from archives. And we got a couple options. We can recur the calibration testing. That probably makes us win the most. We'll put that back into server 7. Because now that's actually a real annoying thing to trash. If we had Econ Warfare also, like I was talking about Jimmy about this, like this deck, we didn't get Econ early and we need assets to get economy. Ice Carver? I think it does much. Oh, there's the Maker's Eye. This actually might find a bunch of agendas. Because we're basically coming up on the top. This could actually hit like 6 points. Let's see. Unseen. They hit the global food. We'll do a trace 5. This one actually can boost. If we trash this, they probably trash the surfer. So we have to do 7 to make it trace 12. Yeah, we'll do it. I think that actually hit another point. They did trash. They also took a tag because they trashed the calibration testing. Okay. They have to clear the tag here, I'm pretty sure. So hard-hitting news for value is playable. I don't. You can also just score this to do a trace 2, which will be pretty good for them. They'll never trash anything, yeah. The thing is now they can see 3 new cards, which is pretty bad. If they trash the toll booth, it's really bad. Like, they can hippo it, and that's obviously a blowout for us. They get through this for 1. Pretty bad. Yeah, value hard-hitting news might be right here, because they have to clear the tags or go tag me. If they go tag me, that's unfortunately the quantum kitty's at the bottom. I think we'll do credit. You could single advance 15 minutes in hard hitting news. Yeah, but then they'll get it. But we could do like install advance, fire calibration testing, everything hard hitting news. I think we just hard hitting news value. I think we just do credit hard hitting news. The closed accounts must be coming up at some point. Now they go ham though. That's the problem. 4 plus 7. No, plus 6. We'll see. Yeah, there's no way they can clear those tags. They just don't have any more econ cards. Psycho Beal is a possibility. 2 more Beals in the game. We have the money to Psycho Beal at 2. This is also strength 4. At some point it starts mattering. Not at 4. Basically above. Oh, now exactly it matters because they need to install their 9 credit breaker. Totally forgot we bounced that. That's really good for us. We can close the counts fast advance to 15 minutes just to like bounce their lamb. Beautiful. One cycle on the bottom of the deck, we can shuffle. We can score this and shuffle if we wanted to. How else can we shuffle? We have 1 preemptive? Or I don't even think we have a preemptive. I think I played a list that had preemptive in it before. I like the preemptive a lot. Maybe it's not as necessary because there's going to be less clan vengeance, but preemptive is a pretty sweet card. Because we don't have a lot of asset recursion. Besides like the 2 team sponsorships. If close accounts comes up, we just win on the spot. They're mathing. Yeah, I definitely want to put a preemptive in this deck. Probably instead of a resistor. They're going to end the turn tag? Yeah, they are. Oh, Morningstar's coming down. They're going for singles. What happened to Morningstar? We bounced it. We did a trace when they scored an agenda, and Malia hit it. So they get 1 axis here. It's actually likely to be an agenda. It's not. It's good. Amani Sanai, exactly right. It was a trace 5. I think we basted it by like 6. Oh, fuck. They're going to get a food here. Luckily, we do have exchange coming up. They're trashing this. Why? So we need to hit an exchange or we're in a bad spot. You can bounce a star again? Oh, yeah, we can. You can bounce anything. What do we bounce? I think we bounce a star for sure. These are now 6. Yeah, now this is annoying. Okay, let's draw well. Oh, we got the exchange. Damn, we're good. So we definitely exchange. Puts them on 3, so they need 3 more agendas. We can even consider fast advancing this just to bounce another card. Let's be so rude. Let's fast advance bounce. We have enough money. Actually, we'll fast advance exchange this one. 7. Advance. Res. Score. Amani Sanai. Trace 0 or trace 2. Obviously don't have money. There goes your breaker. We can reinstall a card. I think the calibration testing is probably the best. We can exchange this for that, and we can shuffle it, which gets things back. Now, Jogging, how's it going? Yo, are you still playing Severnius? How's that going? Is that a thing still? Because I want to try it. That was the rudest fucking turn. There's a big chance we win. We also could have just like, no. Oh, that's a good game. Yeah, they just don't have an economy, I don't think. Hey, good game. I never messaged you. What do you mean? Like a true NBA player, as rude as possible. Too tired? I think economy is a problem. Yeah, lazy? What up? Wait, on the exchange? Yeah, we're going to exchange right there for sure. The third same old thing? I think even if you levy. I think if you levy, you're still in a problem spot. Yeah, that was the last one. I still think their economy is like probably not good enough. Like they just can't trash any of this stuff. Problem. Still, Harris did? What's going on? Yeah, totally. Thought so. So let's just let all this stuff fire. It's fine. Money's a maybe? Oh, that's cool. I'm glad that they're putting May on more cards just so if you miss the condition, it's not that bad. How's it going, Zabitch Full Grade? What's up? Only click for 6 credits. Sure. I don't think you can contest anything. Yeah, I was giving Jamie shit about how little econ this deck has, and like you can kind of see that. Like his deck, or their deck, excuse me, only has 3 gamble and 2 guinea pig, and then the rest is all patchwork and this, which is gonna be a problem. When you have to like trash things. Oh, I want to see those end stats. I not Mike. Hello, Mike. Also, don't you have to trace against power tap? Yeah, you don't have to trace against power tap. That's pretty true. Thanks for the game, eh? What are their credits gained? How much money did they make? We just passed the end of turn screen, so like the end of game screen, so I don't honestly know. They said that they made 75 credits. But they didn't run. So like there's a difference between making 75 credits when all they're doing is like installing cards and throwing out cards. Like I think they only made about 7 or 8 accesses that whole game, which is not gonna do it. Yo. Ned jogging, what's going on, man? Oh, we'll try another one with this. Corp. I've been playing a near Earth Hub version of this deck, and we're like the same sort of idea. Spam acids, fast advance. And I was actually enjoying it a fair bit. Even against like Clot Lock, it had some good legs. And that's the thing, is my play group is testing with what we believe is the new, like the rumored new most wanted list, the leaked new most wanted list. And there's actually some really big changes going on there. A really big thing is if clone chip is everywhere, I think the value of really big ice got a lot worse. As much as like it's much easier to put Fairchild 3 now in any deck if it's not restricted for 3 influence. You're finding that everyone's clone chipping Davids and even clone chipping Femme Fatales in Shaper and or Anarch, and it's really rough. So I found like in the decks that I was testing, my favorite ice was not Toll Booth or Wraparound. My favorite ice to draw was actually Architect. Like if I drew an Architect, we were in business, but I don't know. Resing Archer seemed really bad. Resing anything big that was pretty bad. F1 Axel, what's up? All right. This might be a hard matchup. This person, 419, you can't call an honest man. I've yet to meet an honest corp, and that streak isn't breaking today. They have a link which does help them a fair bit, and if they're on power tap, we're kind of in a sorry space. It's good to have an end to run ice on HQ so we don't get doofed turn 1, but we want to actually get assets on the board, which we failed to do. Try to weasel myself into doing commentary. That'd be pretty cool, Vincent. They mulligan too. That's pretty good for us. Rashida's really good. We have an ice for HQ. It's not the best ice, but this will let us generally. Oh, do you want to show what this is? Oh, wait, hold on. The game is great if you don't bother CV. Actually, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do this one first. I forgot. They're going to expose what we see unless we want to pay credit. I don't care. They're going to see it's Amalia. They can play around it. This card is still annoying. It does get some good blowouts. They might be more interested in running this one so we can consider icing it, but I just don't want to get doofed, so we'll ice HQ. As much as this doesn't stop the doof, we can duck it pretty well. We can duck 3 credits of it. John, how's it going? I haven't seen you on Twitch before, I don't think. How you doing? R&D wide open, obviously weak to indexing. I don't know what pressure they'd be possibly on. But we gotta play around this. They fisked us. That's a really weird thing to do against acid-based decks because it lets them has a higher percentage chance of just jamming the stuff on the table that they want to do. Paragon, Dirty Laundry, running Archives, not even R&D. I don't know why you wouldn't run R&D here. There's nothing that punishes them. Threw out a paperclip. That's pretty good. I don't want to fire Rashida at this point. We have just far too many cards. We can play all the money. I think that kind of is pretty good. And we want to get this on the inside of a remote server if we can. Getting this on R&D is also not bad. They can find out that's an IP block. I've been known to Twitch now and then. I know you stream on it. There's an easy mark that turns on hard-hitting news. Don't know why you wouldn't open R&D. Yeah, it's fine because they double Dirty Laundry, and maybe. But even if you double Dirty Laundry, there's a chance you find a Rashida and trash it. I guess they were at 1 credit with Paragon, so I don't know if you go archives. Sec testing. Oh, that's gonna fire every turn. That's a 3 credit turn. That's really good. That's very, very good for them. So we're gonna have to go a bit faster. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Do love that Amani. This is not virtual, so we actually can blank it. It's not even the best thing to blank though, because it costs 0. That's a good card too. So if they have Turtle, the Amakua might be worth preventing the expose on this. We don't want to show them what ice is for sure. And we need a double ISIS before we consider doing anything. And I think getting this down is probably pretty sweet. Yeah, we could consider blanking this. I don't know what other better value targets we'll have. There's not that much else. I think we will blank it, but after they run, right? Nope. Like when they run on archives, we can still res this to blank it. And then they waste a click. I guess they get to credit and lets them Paragon draw. Now they have to trash it. I think they'd rather just play another sec testing. Amakua is coming down. Now expose matters. Amakua and security testing is a bit of a nombo. Because you're not actually accessing cards. Good thing we didn't draw that. We could jam into this remote server. HQ is looking pretty rough. 1 turtle counter. It's good we have the IP block. They know about it though. They can get a turtle counter. It's fine. Drawing is probably fine here. We can put this in server 6 and they might inside job it. That would be like pretty clutch. Strike's coming down. They might want to actually trash stuff. Drive-by hits a team sponsorship. All right. That's a good card to hit. This is actually a pretty fair card. You don't have to run. They expose so they get turtle counters. Not too bad at all. They didn't expose this though, which is wild. So they trash this for 2. No trace. Strike is good. That's their restricted card. It's pretty expected. And now they're back online. If we draw hard-hitting news there, we're golden. And we actually have a pretty good chance of doing so. We did not. This lets us fast advance out, which is honestly not bad. Gets those Beals at hand, lets Amani fire. I kind of like that. I want to put this. It doesn't really matter though. That's the problem. It's like if we have to ice up all our essentials. If we want to ice up essentials, I think also we could just jam. Yeah, we can just jam. I'll pay a credit for that. The hard-hitting news would be dope. If we had it, we'd be pretty good. Not putting MVT on the Malia. Now, I kind of wanted it for the remote. We could have put it on the Malia for sure. I think at that point we were trying to go wide a bit to see if they ran it. Because we didn't have Malia value. We didn't know we were going to get value. We just installed it. Just so we can install other stuff and hide them. We can't get Big Beal, but we're going to do a Trace 3, which is only Trace 2 against 419. And we'll definitely try and bounce the turtle. Turning off the strike is good. Oh, Maxwell James. So it's interesting to know, just as a heads up. Are you playing Maxwell like the rumored MWL errata, or just like as it is? Because they're changing how this card works, and it's a lot worse if you play like the rumored MWL. Whatever choice they make, I don't really care. Well, I would care, but like I'm not gonna be difficult about it. Oh, sweet. Nice, super cool. All right, I think we'll actually take the left one. So we'll score. We'll do a Trace 3. They basically just pay 2 credits. Someone actually insisted playing Maxwell the old way against me, and I mean, they're correct. Yeah, they're technically correct, and like I don't blame them. If they were preparing, say, for a regional this weekend where this isn't errated, like you can't blame them. Now the problem is we're running out of credits. Now this does do a trace, but they're making 3 credits a turn. Like this is a pretty good strat. Again, A really hot card in the new meta is rogue trading. Ooh, are they actually on power tap? We want 11 credits for this remote. I think there's no. It's unfortunate we give them a turtle counter, but like they know what this is. And next turn we'll jam once we have more money. I'm surprised you didn't keep the Ares. We could have considered it. The Mamba Virtual Tour protects this, and they don't have the money to trash this right now. If they hit this clear the tag, it's like, what? 3 clicks for 4 credits? It's pretty bad. So I'm assuming that they have crash space or something like that. It's also interesting you see a lot of people, oh, turning wheel. Good. Get our bankers going. IP block is pretty sweet. We know they have a turtle back, or a paper clip, excuse me, but it's still pretty hot. We can jam in this remote. If they get into the remote, we don't have the hard-hitting news punish. They probably have some way to contest this remote. So that puts us on 8. We want 11 credits. If we ice this up, we go down to 10. And we can click the 11. I think this is probably good enough as is. They like do something like blind fem. They in theory could do run, 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 and have 5 tokens on that. Like, we could consider purging at some point soon. But even if they get into this, if we tap like a hard hitting news, we're fine. I'm assuming they have tag avoidance if they're playing this. This on its own is not particularly that compelling. But they're only playing other good stuff, so they probably have something. I think by now, if they were on power taps, we would have seen it by now. And this drive-by is probably only playable if they have strike down, and we're still waiting to see 2 more strikes. They're not even drawing that aggressively. They are filtering their draw though, so their draw is better than normal. But it's not particularly quick. But like run for 3 credits is fantastic. We also haven't seen a bankroll yet. All right, we get to put a card on the bottom. Really don't care about that food right now. They could play strike, start contesting this stuff. This still hits pretty hard. This is a 7 credit server. There you go. There's a Citadel Sanctuary. So they might just be on Citadel. We could score this, but we end up throwing out 2 cards, which isn't particularly great. So I think we want to probably just jam. We're getting the credit differential because they're not trashing this too, which is like pretty great. And you might think we want to ice archives against security testing, but they have all the remotes they can possibly do it on. If sponsorship fires though, it's really good for us because we can bring back Malia and blank the Citadel right at the last minute when they think they're clearing the tag. It's a really good play. If you see this, try playing Malia. Okay. I think we're gonna have to purge at some point, so like I don't mind. Pay 1 credit. Actually, fuck it, yeah, we'll pay a credit. They might play strike and try to clean the board, but they also might just hit this twice. Then we can score this, bring back Malia, bring back a Mamba Virtual Tour on top of it. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna clean house here. This is a business show. I don't think they'll trash that. Essential oils are sneaky strong. What's going on? Do they trash that? I don't think you do. You definitely trash this. So that's good. It's just a run. They're gonna trash that for 2 for sure. There's no way you let that fire. I think they... Yeah, there's a banker's grip gun. That's okay. Beal good against that strike. Beal is good against the strike. And it looks like we're going to spend 7 credits here. If we top deck a hard hitting news, we're really good. So I don't think we need a double daily business show. We'll definitely sponsorship out though. Maybe we actually want to take the agenda. So we can score Beal. We haven't found a single hard hitting news, which is unfortunate. Trace 3 is also going to fire. Oh, wait. Can we do something cool here? Yeah, well, let's do it. Do sponsorship first. We actually should see how much money they're spending, but this will bring this back, which is really good. And yeah, that's probably what we need. Actually, we needed the Malia. That's what we said was the best. And so now we can do a trace here. Prevent. No, I don't care because we're going to bounce the turtle. So currently it's trace. Runner has 2 link plus 4 credits, so they can make it 6. So we're going to spend 4, 7. Can bounce a turtle. So we can bounce this. As soon as they start taking money off this, we can actually just go ahead and blank the rogue trading. I don't even know if that's better. Do we blank the rogue trading? I think this is so slow. If they don't use Citadel, rogue trading isn't even that bad. Blank the rogue trading? I don't know. Because they can always run for 3. Like, that's better than rogue trading. Like, yeah, you don't rogue trading when you can run for 3. So I don't want to blank the rogue trading. I'll blank this. Hopefully they fuck up. And we can blank this. Unfortunately, we're not making more money. Like, they shut down our money operation, which is probably pretty bad. Maybe this is not necessary. Having these is much better. We don't have a lot more money in the deck. We played all the hedge funds. We have 1 more econ card in the whole deck. That's really shitty. Running HQ here. This is also good because this turns on the Citadel play. This is only trace. Oh, it's trace 5. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. They might doof us here last click, but then we do get the rogue trading dead. So they can pay 3 here, or they can just take it and assume they trace through it. They took a tag. All right, we actually might get them. Hit the turnpike. They could just doof here. It'd be pretty bad. Doof here would be brutal. But at least nobody's on credits. Ooh, we're gonna have to click on this button real quickly. Falsified credentials. Named upgrade. Wow. And they're trashing the Malia. Nice. So we gotta thinking. We gotta do some good math here. Wow, this is actually a lot of really good math. That falsified credential is dope. We should have pre-res this. Like, they know what this is. There's no reason not to pre-res it. But they knew what this one is either, so it doesn't matter. You always pre-res against that. If they know it's an upgrade, just res it, especially if it costs 0. I guess they know that's not the fast advance one. So this is 4. So they have to pay 2 credits here. This is our best trace. The other one is trace 1. And this gives them 2 tags. So if we want to beat them, we have to spend 4 that is 7, 8, 9. No, we have to spend all their money. That seems bad. Yeah, they have a lot of money. Well, I don't know if we win this one anymore. Luckily, I had no breakers. We don't boost this one. It's way too expensive. We can make this 6. I think our money is more important than theirs. Problem is we get siphoned really hard. How do we win this? Majukas, how's it going? It's a match ball grid. How you doing? I think we probably just want to get those bankers up. I think they trashed the stuff really correctly, and now they have so much money, we have literally nothing. We are 1 food away from winning, and they can trash 1 asset a turn largely and just like remove the tag at the end. I think we're basically going to slowly lose unless they misplay. Yeah, really, like a best defense is so good. As much as they probably have 2 more of these in the deck. You win by fast advancing less beyond scoring the 15 minutes. That's a real narrow window there. And now they know they can run this, right? Because Mumbed Virtual Tour doesn't do anything when they're on 4 credits. 15 minutes off the top would be so fucking good. Hold the phone. We can fast advance this out for 5 credits. No, we can't. We can hard hitting use them. We can do credit. hit this. And then they just remove 3 tags. No, that's really bad too. That's really bad. The best thing right now is that they can't break any ice. Seems pretty reasonable. Okay. Even they break this for 2, right? Like, it's cheaper than installing the paperclip. Alright, they're going to the remote. Now, the axes in the right order were fine. Now, luckily, we can spend 3 credits. Is that luckily? We want to spend 3 credits here? Because they trashed this first and then this does nothing. Yeah, I'll do it. They've seen a lot of our cheap ice. I think they know what this one is. They know what this is. We took up a click off of them for 3, but that's fine. So we score 50 minutes, we can recur a card, which is good. We can recur Rashida, put it in the remote. This we actually can res. It's only a trade. They pay 1 to break it, so whatever. They can get a single. If they steal the 15 minutes, we can shuffle it still. So it's just all about that deal. Nice. Pop-up window's pretty sweet. It's not going to do enough. If we get that on R&D, it's really good. I think this ice is actually straight up useless. The only thing is if they install their Amaku, it's really good. They should install their Amakua, right? Because they'd be getting all these free counters. And that turning wheel is going to be a problem. Luckily, HQ is totally fine. I think they actually should spend some time getting this daily business showdown. And luckily, they haven't been drawing for the last couple turns. But I think we slowly lose this one. Like, real slowly. I don't like CTM. I don't think I play it nearly good enough. Like, I don't know. Drive-by to trash calibration testing? Oh, that's bad. For us. I just don't think I play it good enough. Maybe I need a dope ass open, but I always lose this deck. So they have special order they can get into here. Yeah. They get it. I don't care. Really don't care. They still need to get through Enigma. Inside Job is their easiest one. So they're going to trash the sponsorship. They're playing this really well. That's exactly what you need to trash that. And maybe they trash the Sanai too. I think this is only a trace like 1. So that's both sponsorships, so no more recursion, so none of this shit's coming back. You might as well res the MVT. Yeah, you're right. We might as well. Now we should. Yeah, we should have done that a while ago. I think we just score this. Actually, if they steal it, it doesn't matter, right? Because we can shuffle. This seems way better. For what it's worth, they also just got a Gordian Blade, so. Almani Sanai, Trace 3. What's good? We had a regional this last Saturday, got a 20 for player tarot, which is better than I expected at 9 hours of Netrunner. That's a lot of Netrunner, eh? How'd you go? Majukas, did you play? The hard hitting news seems pretty far out of reach. That's one of the big problems with this deck is that it doesn't come back well. Unless you can start jamming things in remotes over and over again. Can't res that. This has some tax associated to it. I think they definitely do fuzz, but like they don't. No, this traces. They probably only run once. And the way that they're taking the tag aggressively, we actually have a way out in theory when it comes to Quantum Kitty. Because it looks like they're taking them. Oh man, they took that. It's fine. I guess it shuffles our deck, which is kind of bad because DBS has been going off for a while. I think they trashed the DBS this turn, but they already took 1 tag, and this is actually really scary. I don't want to shuffle R&D, do I? How many more falsifieds do they have? 2. So pre-res everything. And the Gordian is 4, 5 to get through this if they run last click, and then they trash this for 5. Like, this is actually not a terrible server. We don't have C-Source. In theory, if we get a credit league, you can do C-Source exchange, but we're not running C-Source. Also, I haven't seen a lot of CTM decks run as SIU, which is kind of wild. That's really good because now IP block is like alive and well, and we have a couple of them on the table. We have 2 on the table. I like the kitty a lot. We'll just gain 4. We want to be able to res both of these. This turning wheel is going to be an issue. Dirty Laundry. 6 credits. And they get a scry their deck. You're going to really want to jam literally everything in the remote. Yeah, I feel you. If we had like a turnpike on this remote, I guess once this gets to 3 counters, it's not a big deal, but... Citadel. Okay, they now have 20 credits. Let's go. I was judging arranging the event. It was super fun. A little sad because it was probably the last big tournament I get to do. Yeah. Not necessarily, but maybe. Falsified guest agenda. Res Rashida now that they know what it is. They might actually let us fire this. I don't even think it's that good for us. Because we don't want to draw. I think they'll let us have this. That's the second falsified. Well, what won in Majukas? What was good at your meta? All right. Do we fire this? It's almost definitely we don't. No, thank you. It's very kind, but I'd like to refuse. There's no way ever we're going to hard-hitting these. I think we just throw that straight into the trash. Also, how many more calibration testings do we have? We have 2 more. And once we have like a modicum of credits, they actually can't rely on this anymore. Because a single tag, not good. Having this behind an IP block is pretty sweet. They might actually install their paperclip over and trash the Amakua. Trashing the Mani Sanai. It looks like they want to get their accesses now. Oh, not even. They're just getting cool counters. They don't want to deal with this. No, stop it. So this lets us win, but they're going to run the remote no matter what. Well, actually, there's a hard-hitting news is way better than psychographics. We should have kept the hard-hitting news because there's a chance it fires now. Like, we jam this into the remote. This they just trash. Oh, we should have done this too. So it looks like an asset. Bend exposure installed card. Yes. We just want to make sure we have Tollbooth money. Yeah, we should have kept the hard-hitting news. This game's looking kind of out of reach. It's bad radio, that's for sure. Lots of Crim and NBN. It was an Anarch at the top tables with Wayland and Cerebral Imaging. It was a combo imaging, like the 7-point. They just want to get, I think they need 5 counters for this. Yeah, they just want to get 5 counters so they can get through this for like 5 credit server. It's fine. Fortunately, we have 2 IP blocks here, so it's a calibration testing. They still need to run that though. That's the last falsified. Don't res shit anymore. They got to do last click too. Actually, they take 2 tags here. Oh, they only take 1 tag. They trace out the other one. Never mind, we lose. Oh boy. It's not good, y'all. Okay, they're running out of money. They do have 12 more credits, but it looks like they're running out of money. Oh, we got them with this one for sure. Got him here. Also, actually, no, there's a chance that we install this on top of Quantum Kitty. Oh, that's totally the right play. We install this on top of Quantum Kitty. Because then, yeah. Oh, that's so bad. Because then if they access in the wrong order, we get the Quantum Kitty. Still give them 2 tags, which is awkward. Does give them a lot of money. Oh, actually. Got him. Yeah, we probably should have double installed that. Because we have a 50% chance of scoring a kitty. Actually, there's a chance here of scoring the kitty. Let's go. Let's go. 1 in 5. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's so important that this happens. It's like literally the most important thing. Fuck. Shit, it's an enigma. Okay. Maybe this turning wheel. I don't know. I think the fact that they're running HQ, like they probably legwork at some point right now. Maybe they embezzle us. That would be pretty bad. But at least they can't call agenda. Well, I think they legwork here. If they do run this, that's like a fair bit of tags. Oh, employee strike? It's not an issue, is it? Wait a second. They're going to end their turn with a fair bit of tags. Is this a mistake? Is this what a window looks like? We could have scored the kitty, mind you. They have 3 tags. That's 1 too many tags. Got him? When are you going to shuffle 50 minutes? Real soon. Because all our agendas are coming up now. This is like 2 foods in a row. Got him? Woo! We're grinding it out. We're grinding. I gotta keep grinding, you know? This is encouraging. Yes, right. We're still in it. They have made a terrible mistake. Against, although EY is amazing right now, not particularly great. That is a 1 too many tags. Oh, they have 2 tags. So we win with boom. We don't play. You can. That's fine. This is acceptable. Let's go trash literally everything. This has to go. Does it actually? No, probably not. So they threw out one of these. What do we trash? You're right. If we draw a Beal, we can win. If we top take a Beal, we win. Chad, what's up? Jester, how's it going? What does having a tag get you? Trashing things. Okay, so we have a chance of drawing closed accounts on top, which we have to draw closed accounts, trash this. If we draw, we do install Psycho, we win. Don't try to top deck Beal, why not? Just jam. Do we not trash anything? Oh, there are 2 tags. Very, very good. I would draw once. I don't think that gets us anything besides closed accounts. If closed accounts is on top of their deck, I'm gonna shit my pants. Out of spite. If we lose this 15 minutes, or this Quantum Kitty, we lose the game. Not trashing Citadel, apparently not. Think it would have trashed the Citadel? I don't know. I don't think it does honestly that much. Like, it saves them a click, that's it. It lets them trash one thing a turn, but it's basically saving them a click a turn. Like, the turning wheel actually is a harder problem. There's also a chance that we should have put the Kitty out here and the Rashida in here. That would be kind of fun. They also don't know whether we're a 3 Kitty deck or a 3 Ares deck. It would spite only yourself. Yeah, that's true. That's a learning experience. Fuck, we should have put the Kitty out there. Oh, we should put the Kitty out there. I always, like, if I spend another minute thinking about the play, we have a better play. There's no way we put the Kitty in the remote. At least maybe they'll run the remote. I don't know. That was a free Kitty. We bet 6 points. We shuffle this, we draw, we win. They just lock R&D though, but besides the point. Oh. Damn, we're good. Yeah. Amani Sinai doesn't fire, mind you, because it doesn't score it. Got him. Got him. All right. This is how we lose at 6 points. And they got to clear one of their tags, so not a big deal. They can still run for 3, clear a tag, clear the other tag with the Citadel. Draw a card, clear a tag. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I am going to let this fire. Do we let Rashida fire? No. We let Rashida fire after we shuffle the 15 minutes. That's how we win. That's how we win. Beal is gone. Thank you. Man, if they had a food, we could have won there, huh? Oh man, they just needed to steal food. We got unlucky that they didn't steal food. A food was winning. Alright, so they don't trash this, and we find it in the top 4. Don't you fucking give up. Give up. One breaker, mind. They will trash Rashida. You can only hope. But if they trash Rashida, maybe they don't run the top of R&D. And then we just draw a bunch. Oh, they're running the top of R&D. I would take a credit. Very kind. Thank you. They jacked out. Turning wheel. Very good. Oh, excellent. So now we want them to steal agendas, but not the 15 minutes. They'll also end their turn with a tag, which largely doesn't matter. Actually, there's a chance it matters. I think they should definitely trash this and install. Oh, Rashida fires on all of these. There's a chance that they end with a tag and that we win. Like, if they steal food, it's Trace 5. And then we bounce the Citadel. Oh, fuck. We have a chance. We have a chance. Hit a food. I'll spend all my money bouncing that fucking Citadel if you hit a food. Okay. They have a bit too many credits. They have a few too many credits for this. They have 15. I will let this slide. Hopefully they'd hit a food next. Oh, that's it. So this is also too few. So they buying Rashida seems pretty bad right now. Actually no, because it sees a fair bit. We could have waited a turn. Oh my god. We are literally the best at this game. Literally unbeatable. You can take your one point. Oh my god, CTM, best game. Phew. Best deck ever made. You need your opponent to make a mistake. That's very important. It was very important that happened. Holy shit. Well played there. That was a bit of... Yeah, it was quite a grind. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Had no money. The outs were very, very slim. Okay. Never play CTM again. I've had enough. So this, mind you, we clicked for 24 credits. It clicked for 3. So efficiency, you know, obviously is a bit questionable here. But we did lose all our assets, and that's actually a really big thing. There's a lot to learn here, and you see this. You still see this sometimes at top tables. People will run. People will run and they'll like trash a commercial bankers group and then trash nothing else. And if you have a security and credits and they have an Aerie scored or not, and they have CTM's ability, you want to trash multiple cards in a turn. Right? Because that's what they did. They played employee strike, they trashed everything, and then we're on the back foot for the entire game. And then our outs were like so slim. Again, if they had a food, we could have won. That was pretty rough. Symmetrical grid. let's play something else now. I've been playing a fair bit of Jemison right now. I don't know what's good. What do we want to do? I need to figure out what's good for Worlds. Don't we all have to figure out what's good for Worlds? What's good right now? CTM seems pretty good. Darkner, how's it going? What's your experience do you think is the best criminal archetype at the moment? Trying to find something to take to regionals. I don't have a lot of experience with Power Tap Criminal. The problem right now, Sarknar, is that we're probably evaluating two different metas. This is like the pre-MWL meta, and the post-MWL meta is a bit different. So it's kind of hard. I think Leela is definitely really good. People like European Nationals was recently won by 419 with power taps and all that. That's kind of meta dependent. It might be a bit worse against more Rushier and Mukundo decks, but it's definitely possible. It's good at dealing with big eyes. It's really good against CTM. You might want to actually put the source or something in there. Maybe you don't need to. Sometimes it's better to keep a bankers in hand if you have one on the table. Yeah, I could see that actually. That's probably a pretty good learning there. Liza's really, really, really good right now. She, in the new most wanted list, she loses Mars for Martians, but this deck wins a lot. The only problem is you lose almost 95% against anything with the word high profile target in it, and even boom to some extent. Probably to the same extent, so that's a bit hard. But Leela's fine. 419 is fine. Largely. Do you think Gang Sign Leela's the best kind of Leela? Maybe. Again, it's kind of meta dependent. Gang Sign's like a really strong card. Like you saw when Pat was here maybe a couple weeks ago, we built like a pretty, like it's not a pretty great deck, but like we just kind of sat back and put pressure on with Gang Sign. We win sometimes. We'll be playing with the current MWO tomorrow. Yeah. It's not like Gang Sign Leela got any better though with the new most wanted list. So I don't know. Tag Me's so risky. Yeah, Tag Me is really risky. You're seeing a lot of like yellow decks right now. They're spending all their influence on high profile targets, just playing 3 of them, which is kind of crazy. Recurring Econ Warfare seems like the meanest thing to do. I'm figuring out how to make an awful deck with CSM. Dumb Brick, do you know what you do? I don't want to play it right now because it's not the new most wanted list. All you do is you play Econ Warfare over and over again. Totally fine. If you want to do that also, try that with the Ramen Rai DBS combo that like, if you want to watch, Bayukan has been playing it. But one thing you can do with, if you want, and I think it's probably better than it looks, the thing is it's still kind of hard to find a win condition besides playing Sandberg after this. But if you play Building Blocks in Blue Sun, your Building Blocks the biggest ice. You execute a boot camp for your copy of Clone Suffrage Movement, and then at the beginning of your turn, you bounce the ice that's rezzed. Mind you, it won't get trashed like Overstate AI if it's broken. You bounce the ice that's rezzed, which makes you sometimes around like 10 credits in the best case scenario, and then you fire your Clone Suffrage Movement because it's currently not iced, and then you bring back Building Blocks. And every turn you do that, and it's a 10 credit click. Unless they get in through the big ass ice and trash your Clone Suffrage Movement, and at that point it's still fine because you still have a big ass ice that's rezzed, and they probably just ran into an Econ Warfare. Probably playable. I think this Clone Suffrage Movement is probably now playable in Blue Sun. It's also probably just good in acid spam decks. I don't know. It's your only card though. Like yeah, I think you have to play Clone Suffrage Movement with other cards that put tempo on the board, like Restore, stuff like that. Currently just playing Good Stuff Leela. Good Stuff Leela is also pretty fine too. We saw Good Stuff Leela do well at the Montreal Regionals. It was a pretty wild deck too. I don't even think it was running Gang Sign. I think it was running Employee Strike and just like a modicum of pressure. And that's pretty good. It's pretty good. We also can tech in if CI is around. Like information sifting is still pretty good tech. And people are playing cerebral imaging. This makes the game into a 50-50. You just fire this on HQ by like turn 5 when they have a lot of cards in hand. And they basically have to put all their agendas in one pile. So sometimes your win rate is just 50%. If you same old thing it, 75%. If you same old thing it twice, you have a lower return on investments. But let's play Seder, Clone Suffrage, Ronald 5, Restore, Harding, News, Econ Warfare, boom. Yeah, it seems pretty gross. There's a counter to that though, like Corey, that whole combo, as long as Ronald 5, as long as you trash the Clone Suffrage Movement on your last click, it does nothing. So you have to be able to punish that. So you need to have cards that fire on last click. It's just like so many goddamn pieces. But Seder does have the potential of being like a spam deck. It's not really good at anything else, like being an acid spam deck. This might be worth looking into. Let's play some Jemison. I've been playing a lot of Jemison lately. It's really fun. It actually is like, I don't think anything's really changed. This deck is like super old. The last time we played it on here, it was like a long time ago. So it's actually pretty good when it comes to the most wanted list. It lost friends in high places. This is a while ago though, but we're gonna go ahead and oh yeah, actually a couple things changed. We'll just build it again. We'll build it here. 4th Rock Residential. Ooh. Yeah, these are fast games. Price tag seems like a good way to punish running last click. But how are you gonna punish a tag in HB, right? Rumor and MWL is still a rumor, yeah. Just add Ryan Knight. I don't think it does anymore. Oh, Michael, what's up? Yeah, the rumor MWL hasn't become official. We skipped the news section today, but that was something we definitely wanted to talk about. Is that the rumored MWL is still rumored? It's not been confirmed, obviously, and that's an issue because Worlds is in literally 3 weeks. So hopefully they confirm it tomorrow. That would be the best case. But like if they confirm it next week, people have 2 weeks to find their decks, which is pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Jemison did change a lot of the decks. A lot of people were playing 24 7 news cycle in their Jemison deck, and the rumored MWL bans this card. I never played this in Jemison, but just watch out for that. So let's build a Jemison deck. This deck probably should have had a... Apparently you can put 12. That's good. What else do we have in here? I probably should just pull the deck out. It's physically here somewhere. Are you ready for quarantine system? Hell yeah, we are. I play 2 of them. We have to play. We're residential, so we're gonna play the corporate town. 2 of those. I'm playing Junebug. It's the best card. It literally wins you like 70% of the games. Man, Junebug Jemison is like super fucking scary. Oberth Protocol is a thing. I'm running 2 copies of Crisium Grid just because the people I'm playing against like spam the shit out of indexing. We'll play 1 and see how it goes from there. We gotta get some agendas in here. The agendas are pretty simple. This is where we're gonna spend a restricted card. There's a chance that this is not entirely right. Back in the day, I was playing False Lead, and that actually might be worth it instead of playing 3 global food initiatives. The more small agendas you have, the bigger chance you have of starting to roll. The problem with the False Leads, well, it's just more agendas in your deck, and it makes you worse to things like a turntable, or not turntable, turntable. Turntable is correct the first time. Atlas, we want some hostiles. The 0-2 agenda came out. I don't love it. It's much better with 24/7 news cycle, but we really don't need it too much, and I think we're just going to play a corporate sales team. There's not really any that good value win scored abilities for 2 agendas. Daruma would be good. Paywall or death or taxes? Yeah, we have to do 1. I think I had 2 paywalls in this deck. I caught one of them to have Crisium in, because you do lose pretty hard to strike, especially if you get to 6 points and they hit strike and all your hostiles are out. Like, that's an issue. So we'll try 1 for now. We got to spend more influence on here. I think I spent the last influence on biotic labor. That's probably not right. I think you could just get away with Trickle Light and then spending another single influence card. Another option is to play Miraju, which is good against indexing, and then also play Arc Lockdown, which I'm just going to play Arc Lockdown because you win games sometimes. We gotta play some ice. Don't love the ice suite that I'm playing. Masfingo is really bad in some ways with Trickle Light because if you pull 2 tokens off of it, it's empty. That's bad. I've been playing 2 Mouseless, 3 Hortum. I've considered doing it the opposite because we are playing only 1 copy and we might want to play 2 copies, but we're only playing 1 copy of of what's that thing called? Priority Construction? Good card. We're still many cards short of a deck. I'm playing a Doodadwa, and it's way too expensive, but it's like one of the best answers to anyone who hambers R&D. Really good. Archer Island is recommending. I actually want to take Archer out of the deck. I don't love Archer because forfeiting an agenda with this generally doesn't score you agenda points, and you need to forfeit to score things. I don't love it. The big thing I'm also finding out in testing is in the new rumored most wanted list environment, because clone chip is everywhere, Anarchs are more likely to be running David. Also, Shapers are more likely to be running David and Femme Fatale. So forfeiting an agenda to forfeit an agenda to not have the Archer fire is unconsiderable. So I don't want to do that. A good card is Veritas. Veritas is actually a pretty cute card, and this deck is short on econ, so it's a pretty good thing to have happen. What else we want? Thimble Rigs, maybe? It's a consideration. That definitely could be considered. I think I'm running 1 Sapper, which is also probably wrong considering this new meta. Mind you, this deck was like a year old when I took it out. This deck was really old, and I think if people are playing Clot with Clone Chip and Clone Chip is back, a lot of people are going to be playing Haley with Pawn Shop, which means Sacrificial Construct is everywhere, and that's kind of an issue. Haven't seen Formicary in action yet. Formicary only works specifically in decks that want to get a big server with if you're playing things like it's really good with KP Lin. It has a cute interaction with KP Lin, but it's only really good if you're trying to do a damage deck, and we don't get any value out of doing damage. They can always just end the run, so it really doesn't do much. It's really good if you're playing Surveyor, which looks to be a restricted card, because you can put a lot of ice on one server, but that's largely it. Vincent's putting in, suggesting, what's it called? Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is an option. Gatekeeper is a really strong option too. I would consider either between Gatekeeper. We have a lot of goat gates. Again, Gatekeeper is kind of bad if David's around. I actually might want to consider playing Architect, which might be wrong. Architect's a hell of a card. Needs Archer or Tithonium? I don't think so. I don't want to forfeit my agendas. Like, if you forfeit an agenda by rezzing an Archer, you don't do anything. Like, it doesn't help you get your agendas. Like, you got to get your agendas up to win. And it doesn't do it. What are we missing? Falsely with hard-hitting news? Then we need an entirely different package. I'm actually trying to score and just kill a Junebug. What am I missing, Vincent? We played this yesterday. I don't remember. Chick-fil-A. Dedication ceremony, as someone suggested, could be an option. Forma carry could soften up easier for a Junebug kill. The Junebugs, NGO front. The Junebugs kill really hard. Like, the Junebugs generally do 4 to 6 damage, so I'm not that concerned about it. And we're missing 2 cards here. I think it's actually 2 ice. We're definitely running 16 ice. What were we running? I don't know. This deck could play Rashida, but it doesn't really do unadvanced cards that well, and you do flood with agendas a bit. But Rashida's definitely a consideration. I'm not playing this with Rashida right now. Ice Wall is being suggested. I don't think I'm playing Ice Wall. But Ice Wall is honestly not terrible. What am I playing? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. This one's really important. You want 1 preemptive at least, because you gotta cycle some of your cards. And I think we're missing only 1 card. We have an Audacity, yeah. We could just play an IPO. Like, money is pretty rough. Oh, Fast Track, that's good. That's a really important card as well. This is a deck. It's a pretty good deck. Fast Track, yeah, Vincent, you got it. The OP Tutor Consulting. Hey Manlo, firstly, how's it going? Consulting doesn't do much in this deck because we don't have a lot of punishment cards. And a lot of the operations we have are cards that we want to play at value. Like if we're playing Trick of Light, it's because it gives us 2 advancements for a single action. So as soon as you start consulting it, it's not particularly good. And the same goes for all of these cards. Consulting all of these cards is kind of bad, specifically besides Paywall, which sometimes is necessary, and Arc Lockdown, which is actually, consulting Arc Lockdown is really good, but I just don't think we have enough. And paying 2 credits is really expensive. How about a Biovault with Oberth? Our servers are not taxing enough to get a lot of value out of that, but it's definitely an option. The thing is, like, Oberth on the table generally lasts 1 turn. So, yeah, it's kind of a hard sell. It's cool, though. Lady Liberty also is totally an option. Lady Liberty is probably worth playing. The thing is, it's 5 to res, which is incredible. It's so much, and we can't afford it. But I'd actually consider running Lady Liberty in just about any deck. Like, it's almost never wrong. I just want to make sure. What do I want to make sure? Oberth isn't a region, right? No. Yeah, whatever. Do you use Archer and Jemison? How's it going, Athena? No, some people do. If you're running the 0-2 agendas, standoff, it's a lot easier. Then it becomes like a card where you res it, and then you just get free advancements on another piece of ice, which is not that great. I think we specifically said, because we've been doing testing, me and my meta mates, for like what's meant to be the new rumored most wanted list. And due to the fact that everyone has cloneship, I'm seeing a lot more Davids in Anarch and Shaper. So like forfeiting an agenda, which is a really, really precious commodity, considering we're trying to get to 7 points, unlike other Wayland decks that will they'll spend a food resing an Archer sometimes. Yeah, that we actually need all our agendas, so it's kind of a hard sell. CTZ, oh yeah, are they streaming? Hey. Are they streaming right now? I'm trying a Lady Liberty Blue Sun. It's been fine. In theory, it's a resettable Lady Liberty. Yeah, we actually tried that on channel a while ago. New. And we had a lot of success with it, with food and like vanity, but it's pretty janky. Makes sense. I was thinking of one-time tech ops, but you're right. It doesn't help you win. In practice, it can be slow, for sure. All right, Sunny. Might have fast events. Hey, we basically want to mulligan into White hat's actually really strong against. We want to mulligan into a hostile. Well, we fucked that up. Luckily, we can fix a bit of it. Best of luck. Have fun. They have no idea what we've been through to get this far. It does not end here. What color hat are we wearing today, Jack? Black. Let's keep on our toes, huh? All right. So we have an ice. We can also just drudge work this away because we don't want it. Pressure on R&D and HQ from Sunny is basically through the black hat. Black hat, not black cat, which is a different card. I think we'll just go ahead and dredge this in. Dredge work is actually a really cool card for this. We can actually just dredge this in, but having an agenda in hand is really good. I think they're generally set up a bit. We can advance this once, maybe twice. Once that they res it, we can go from there. Didn't do anything. But this is a big deal because back in the day, the problem with Jemison is generally you need your 1-pointers first, then your 2s, and then your 3s. And so if you draw like a bunch of foods in a row, you're in a pretty shitty spot. So this lets you fix that problem. Please don't get a hostile. Thank you. Very kind of you. White hat. I only got 3 cards. Whatever. You can do that now. They gotta find out a bit of our deck. They see all their hand to get shuffle 2 cards back in. They're gonna have to spend a bit of money on that though. So I assume they're gonna leave us with the ice. There's a chance they just leave the agenda though. If they leave the agenda, we just shuffle it back in on our turn, and they can't get through this unless they like inside job. Just 3 influence. So they reveal all cards in HQ and bring it back. Corey's saying that Sunny seems killer with CC, clone chip, coming off the most wanted list. I was thinking that too, but I'm struggling to build a deck. I loved Sunny back in the day with clone chip when she was running Street Peddler and Tapworm and Clot, and that's kind of an issue now is that you can't run Tapworm, and that's probably a good thing. So they leave us with the Oberth. That card is largely useless. They could run R&D here to get a single. It's a new card because they shuffled R&D. Hopefully they don't. Not take a hostile. Build script. All right. Hostile. Damn it. Draw. Alright. So we can't res both. Well, getting this on R&D is good. We only have one copy of Priority Construction, which is actually probably worth playing more than one of, considering you want to rush a lot of runners. The problem is there's not that many good targets. Pryconning a Hortum is good. Pryconning this means people just David it. It's kind of rough. Maxwell's coming down too. They're going to play that like it's eroded. Still a really good card though, and Office Supplies, a very, very strong card that just came out from Sunny I haven't tried yet, and they're going to get their Drip Econ Engine online. They're going to go ahead and trash that. Pretty wild. Alright, we can stall double advance this, go for the win. Seems kind of bad. I want to get an ice. I want to see what they can do. We can stall double this. I think we'll install double this. They could be playing cards that punish... Oh, we drew once. Oh, fucking hell. What are we doing? Oh, God, that was so bad. We drew once. We're going to get 5 credits from this instead of 8 when we need money. Oh, man. What are we doing? CTZ might be streaming? They're not even running this? Whoa. Perfect bluff. Okay, they're definitely on Clot. That's going to be an issue. We are in Arc Lockdown, though, but I don't think they're going to trash it. We got the Architect, which is pretty sweet if we can jam behind it. We don't. We have an ice with the word Trace on it. This is going bad. We need to draw an agenda. Maybe this is why you play Rashida, to make sure that this doesn't exactly happen. Is it a fan account? This seems like pretty on brand to what they're doing. And we just can't let Sunny set up. That's an issue. If they're playing Sakon, they have to be playing Clot. I don't think there's another reason to do that unless they're playing like some Lamprey Fester shit. And self-modifying code with 4 credits they can bring out Clot. This we can turn off if we draw hostile. Which would be dope. Okay. So, let's go. Yeah, not the usual stream. I think they stream like Mondays or Tuesdays. So this is definitely a Clot threat. We have no way of getting through it. Hey Lunel, how's it going? Hey Andre, haven't been able to catch you live lately because my schedule is wild. Hope you're doing well. Hope the heart of the cards are with you tonight. Thank you. Hope you're doing all right too. Hopefully you're sleeping okay, huh? We got really lucky tonight. Played some good CTM games. So they're just chugging through their deck. Best case scenario, they draw their clot. Breaker's coming down. In fact, that is a code gate breaker. We do own code gates. It's actually kind of hard to clot a trick of light. We just need to maybe draw an agenda. That'd be cool. Okay. I don't think agendas are that important. Install double advancing. This is not that good. It only does 4 damage. Putting something on archives is okay. Probably put the worst one. Just because now they can't like value. They can't value White Hat. They have to actually interact with us. I guess that's okay. This is how you lose as Wayland. This is brutal. Like, we're literally doing nothing. And the fact they're on strike is when they have all their breakers is okay. Check this shit out. Fast track. Hostile. So we have a fork in the road here. We can install this and trickle light it, which is probably good. Or we can install this. See if they do action. Like, we could have installed. Yeah, not drawing for 14 cards in like first agenda. I guess we lost 2 because of the White Hat. All right, so we're gonna turn this shit off. We turned the current off, which is really good. We also have something to forfeit, which makes these sort of plays a bit scarier. This only does 4 damage, mind you. Attitude adjustment would probably be a good use of influence in this deck. Yeah, it might be. So if we install this on top of it. So we install this, we advance. We can put 4 counters on there. That's almost good enough. They can get through this. It's pretty expensive. They can get through this. It's pretty expensive. Okay. We didn't have to install this. So we could have kept it. Oh, E strikes up again. Thank you. I did not see that. And that's actually a huge issue because we didn't have to jam that. I think we can probably just advance through this. They have a stim hack in hand, almost definitely. And if they use this for anything besides a breaker, that's pretty good. Also, the Architect, in theory, can help us out. Yeah, there's a stim hack we talked about. Luckily, everything that they break here is really expensive. If they let the Architect fire, we can just shuffle away the global food into archives and put it into an NA-Kid remote. I still don't think there's anything we can do with that. This also now has 2 tokens, so Trick of Light's back on the board. I didn't realize strike was up. I wouldn't have put this in there as well. Okay. Spicy. And now if strike wasn't online, like, we have a really cool play here. In theory, it only does 4 damage, which isn't good enough. But like, we can install the Junebug Res's forfeit agenda, like, do a lot of damage. Okay, so now Clot isn't a threat anymore. And that's all their money, which is great. Because they can't trash any of these. They can steal the agenda, but like, they just went down to 3 credits. Oh, actually, if it was a Junebug, yeah. If this wasn't on, like, and this fired, I guess it's good, but let's top deck a hostile. This is a good card. This might win us the game, right? Yeah, there's a chance this wins us the game. Yeah, okay. We won't be able to score from it, but I think if we trash their Underworld contacts, we trash their game. I think they need that money. This is a really expensive server. This is 484 plus 5. It might be good. I think we're just gonna spite them and then go ahead and gentrify their location a wee bit. I don't know how we win otherwise. We're on strike and Clot. That's kind of an issue for this Jemison deck. Alright, taking 7. Seems good. Choosing agenda forfeit, we don't get any ability. Pressure resource can't be prevented. Fuck your money. We can put another one on top of there for 4. It's good. Doodadwad gets some value, not a lot, because this breaks all subroutines. So we just probably lose on Central slowly. Catching their drip will go a long way. It will, Chris. Also, how's it going? They got 3 underworlds down pretty quickly, and they can't really install any other resources, but 16 for that server? At least. This is 4. Another 4. It's another 4. It might be another 4. So that's 16 plus 5. It's gonna be difficult. Maybe that's not worth it. At least if we draw an agenda, we can jam after that because we know we can't get into the remote again. All right, they're going for the black hat. That's fine. This is desperation. So the Mouseless, how good is that? We know they're not contesting the remote this turn. The Mouseless is actually pretty good. I think they let it fire. We still have enough money for this. Because this is a double boost, right? It's 6 credits to get through that. They do see 3 cards. Here's a Maker's Eye. We're good. Not so good. That's good now. They were on HQ, that's fine. We can even res the Masfingo, which will end the run. Not a lot of value in ending the run. That's gone. Crazium Grid. Ah, that's a good one. Alright, we're playing Glacier. Our ability is blank, but fuck him. Oh, we might actually want to triple advance this. I guess they're going to ice it. Putting a duded one in front there is good, but we're not going to be able to afford it for a while, so we're just going to have to grind them out. Running HQ has some value because it can de-res, and it makes the remote a bit cheaper because we don't have 8 credits, we can't re-res. Man, strike is rough. We only have 1 current. That's really rough. Oh man, it's gonna be a grind. Just tuning in. How's it going? If you're new around here, say hi in chat. A lot of nice people around here. Drawing 3, they need to find their multi-X's. They need to find their embezzles or their like interesting ways to win. A DJ Fenris would probably go a pretty good way. They can recur some of their cards we're trashing. But they are going to be losing their economy. This is the first card that we drew that they don't know what it is. I don't know what we have to be worried about. Trashing this next would be pretty good, but I think they might have given up on this remote, and I don't know if Sunny can win without resources. So if we played 1 white, 1 black, 2 strikes. I think they go for singles. Can't really afford this, can we? It makes that server really expensive. We'll just put on R&D. We don't have to be able to afford to res it. It doesn't look like we have to res it. I don't love what strike does to the game. I really don't. I really don't like strike. Grindy games, yeah. A lot of grindy games tonight. Night so far, Maui's been good. We have a lot of grindy games. Played a really grindy Saraswathi. Played a really grindy CTM. And then we got wrecked by Titan. Black Hat's coming down again. That's fine. I think if they boost this, they can't even break through this. I guess they can always let this fire. It doesn't matter that much. So dude was another 4 credits to break. So this is 10 credit server. And over advancing this does nothing because they have any amount of subroutines. So eventually this will be good. So they could let one of these fire. This eventually gets out of control. If they have to run for singles like they are now, like this is really good. And they actually can win here. Like it's just 2 agendas. Taking tag also doesn't matter. Can't break any, right? You can break them. Or to break. I'm not surprised that Scarcity's not being touched. I'm surprised? Yeah, I kind of am surprised. I don't know what this means. It's 6 to break? No, it isn't. Oh, excuse me. Does Crazium stop Black Hat? I don't think it does because it doesn't say when the run's successful. It just says they access 2 more cards, so it doesn't. Yeah, it's 5 strength. That's actually kind of bad for it. It makes it worse to David. So they can run single here. They can trash either of these 2 cards. love when people find the June bug and have no idea what's going on. You definitely trash that for 0, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, they access all of them. Okay, so they have no money. Neither do we. So we'll go ahead and trash this one. This one matters. We're gonna flood up eventually. We'll just take 3. Basically, anything we can draw, we can jam in the remote, and the only thing we're scared of is a stim hack. And they can't play resources. They're just gonna be clicking for a lot of credits. This card's really good. Also, if people are playing like Pawn Shop Haley, which seems like it will be prevalent. We can just put this on HQ, maybe. I don't even think we need to. We've already used our 1 copy of Priority Construction. Getting this on remote is really good. It's 6 to break, and they can't let it fire. That's what we're gonna be doing. Clicking for credits. Hopefully, we draw the hostile. Again, this is still like a lot of credits to get through all this. They can just let these fire though. And next time they run this, it gets 3 accounts, which is really good. Yeah, I'll just take money. It's fine. All right, so hopefully we finish this before midnight, huh? And they've expended 2 of their multi-axis cards. Mind you, they have 15 influence, so we haven't seen that much of it. That's an issue. I think we double advance a June bug and hope they run it, especially if they hope they stim hack it. Audacity isn't out too. We can score an Atlas from hand. We trash the June bug though. I think they run. Like, I can't get a read on them. They definitely let this fire. Oh, you spend 6 on that. Nice. Hit a stim hack. Hell yeah. This is 4 to break. 3 with bad pub. They got 1 and 5. Actually, we don't also want them to hit the June bug. It'd be pretty bad. And they do have, mind you, Security Nexus, but it's more expensive. Hit the Audacity. Okay, that's good to know. We do have a pretty bad ice on Archives. We don't want to throw this out. We're too close to losing. And I want to know if they clear the tag or not. They might not have to. We might actually want to consider triple advancing this. Turn 14 and Sunny has 3 cards on the board. It's rough. Yeah, right? Oh. That's really good. Not like we have. Does that actually matter? 14 credits is a lot. Like, this doesn't matter. We have nothing to forfeit. We could triple advance this. Throw out this. Okay. This is how games go to time in tournaments, huh? Because they have nothing to do. They can't install their resources. Their deck is probably about 40% resources. There's the Nexus. That's really good. Gets around the Doo-Doo-Dwa. Good for them. They're still paying like a lot of money to get into here. Like 7. Hit the June bug. Shit, that was our play. Now we just don't have enough money. Oh, that's actually really good. I think we do that into an empty remote though. They know we're on June bug though, so it's actually kind of hard to run. I think we just need this no matter what. I want to leave this as soon as we... Oh, we literally did it again. We totally did it again. We simply don't have enough credits to advance that twice. Oh my god. Ugh, kind of embarrassed. Good enough. Bluff again. Who knows? We single advanced the card once. We said we wouldn't do it twice. They trashed 2 June bugs though. I don't know why they wouldn't run. And I think the fact that they're going for singles is pretty risky. Like, I think they just run the remote. They're putting us at 2 in hand. All right. Okay. So. They can play same thing to Stim Hack. They get through 1 ice for 1 ice is strength 2, and then they pay 4. So they have 1 gamble. I think we can go for it. So right now this only gives them 3 credits. Yeah, I think we can go for it. So let's them play assets again, but we need something to do. I think taking money is important. We want to be able to res this and be able to contest the trace. They can always let this architect fire. Let's just bring back some stuff. They played office supplies, probably to gain the money. So this is a 3 credit card. Oh, they just drew. So they have a chance of Stim Hack. They probably want to go for Stim Hack. Same old thing, Stim Hack also is pretty good. It's a lot of money. 13 credits for this remote. It looks like they're just rebuilding. That's pretty smart. I think we can do this. No Atlas counter? No, no Atlas counter. We can get an Atlas counter now, though. Giving them bad pub is actually pretty bad. Turns off the current. We can consider forfeiting this to get like the biggest Atlas you've ever seen, which has some value. Unfortunately, we have to score this Atlas. Once we score this Atlas, we can score this and get on 5. That's kind of unfortunate. Another folding. Okay, that's really slow. Oh, fuck me. So we could forfeit this. This is why this is interesting. Yo, what's up, Marc-Andre? Hostile for sure. I don't know here. I don't think they run HQ. I think we do advance. They're going to start on 2 with 2 bad pub with a 4. We could forfeit this to put a lot of agenda counters on here. I think actually that's probably right. Because it's such a big atlas that we can do largely whatever we want. Yeah, let's just trickle light this out. Yeah, we'll do it. Like, this is a huge fucking atlas. It's been a while since they got a 3 counter atlas. I know they're on 0, but they have a Stim Hack somewhere. And this means like we can pull the other atlas, install advanced, score it. We can also install this. Like we score this for 1 click. We probably place this first. Oh, we got a combo out of this corner. We're definitely still in a corner. We can combo out of it. This also makes HQ a lot safer because we can pull cards into hand to dilute HQ. White Hat is really scary though, but we can always recover from White Hat. I don't want to boost. Okay. If they hit the food, it's really bad. I think we're going to use an Atlas token. I think we definitely want the last Trickle Light. Do we pull another card? No, I don't think so. Get lucky. Yeah, we're lucky. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. It's really hard to count and shit. Wait. I'm gonna go ahead and undo that. Nothing to see here, my friends. Everything is fine. We can't undo 2 clicks? Okay. Shake my head again. It's fine. So we can score this out of hand. We also pull an Atlas counter to install an Atlas, but we know we have this in hand. Yeah, we could have had a Biotic in this deck, but we took it out. They can let this fire. This actually doesn't do anything. So we can either discard a card or don't discard a card. So next turn we pull the Atlas, and then next turn we win? Because we only have Trickle Light Audacity, so that can only put on... Install Trickle Light Audacity does 4. So we can pull the 4-2, is probably even better. Puts us on 5 points. We can also forfeit this for a 3-pointer, which doesn't really help. So we win in 2 turns. They just can't get 2 agendas, of course. This server seems pretty good. We want to double advance this, actually. Oh, we got to dig out of this hole. They're doing it. They're running. We res this. Even if they security test this. Oh, if they security test it, it's fine. We don't actually need all this money. I don't think we res this, right? They're white hatting us here. White hat doesn't do much with this. If we res this, they can break it for 4. Or they just lose 2 credits, we gain 2 credits. Not very good. Looks like we're getting white hatted. For what it's worth, we can also beat the white hat trace. Which is probably worth it here. They have 3 plus 3, so if we spend 4, it's 7. Yeah, don't white hat me. 8 credits is enough. Okay, so we can pull this, install Tricholite with the 4-2, or we can just do the Alice. We install Alice to get an Alice counter. Seems fine. Oh, shit. So what's best? We can pull this, install. We pull an Alice, install advance, we get an Alice tokens. Just Alice? Yeah, that leaves us a Tricholite. It's the last Alice, which is important. Yeah, that's fine. Because then we can still score out of hand with even if they trash this. They can pull Clot. We're on game point. Don't overthink scoring Atlas. It could be so fun. Like we could pull a quarantine and then forfeit this and score a 3-pointer. There's some crazy shit here. There's the Clot. Okay. So we purge through this. They're gonna have 8 credits, which is enough to contest the remote. So I think we just purge here. We don't likely need to forfeit an agenda. That's the last sack on. Money's okay. This is a problem for the last strike. For the last strike, we might actually have to no, we don't have to forfeit an agenda. We'll be fine. I think they run HQ here. With Black Hat, maybe? We're not out of the woods yet. We also probably should just put CVS in this deck. Veritas. Not particularly good. Generally, only can make 1 run a turn. That's okay for us. This is fine. This is okay. Okay. 1 more turn. Hold on. It could be on Clone Chip, mind you. Clone Chip seems pretty good. Even if they Clone Chip, like we could just pull this for Arc Lockdown. It could be on Double Clot though. Like Double Clot is not terrible. And we can't pull here. I'll take the 1 and 5. I'll take the 1 and 5 here. We can't boost. We don't have enough money to boost. Yakers. Yeah, this is scary. This is a single run. It's basically this run. Fuck! Ah, shit. God damn it. Oh, there's only 9 left in R&D. Oh, no. There's only 2 agendas left in the game. Oh, fuck. Yeah. 1 in R&D. 1 in HQ. Saw you dry ton. Purge. That food was in there. Oh, easy deck to beat. Yeah, right? I don't think this deck is great. Trick. Figured was in hand. Trick and Audacity in hand. going to rip your game. Yeah. Oof. What's it? Oh, good game. Yeah, good game. Oh man, that was a 1 in 5. That's really shitty. There was a 40 and then there was a 20, and they got both of them 2 turns in a row. Fuck. Yeah, you too. Yeah, this deck it's a bit too fragile. Like that's the problem with this deck. I think this deck was definitely playable for a long time till now, and now specifically with like everybody playing Clot and Clone Chip, and like Strike is still really good. I think it's probably the worst it's ever been. The fact that they had Strike on for so wild takes off the fun plays that we have with like Junebug and stuff like that. Like there was a play where they didn't run Strike that we could kill them, where we can do 4 damage to them, and then the Stimac kills them. But yeah, I think we just got pretty unlucky there. There's not a lot of agendas left in the game. We had 2 in hand. That sucks. All right, well, very important worth saying that there is going to be no Thursday stream next week. Next week I will be at Gamescom, which is a big gaming convention. I think it's the biggest like public game show in Europe, if not even the world. I guess E3 is now public. So we're gonna be there working. We'll be around the Ubisoft stuff. So there's no stream next week. We will be back the week after that, and it looks like the Week of Worlds, which again is only 3 weeks away, and we don't have a new MWL. I have that whole week off. We'll be flying down, I believe, Wednesday night, or Wednesday morning, or something like that. I should know that a bit better. But there's a big chance that Monday we'll be streaming all day. Hopefully sometime on the weekend too. We're gonna be doing one of them all day 8-hour streams just to kind of like grind out Worlds practice. It is in some ways counterintuitive because I do want to practice a lot of world stuff kind of in private, right? Because that's what a lot of people are doing. Like you're going to see no new decks showing up on Netrunner DB. You're going to see a lot of people like trying to scout what other people are doing. You're going to see people with like, you know, fake names and shit. Like these are all real, but it's going to be happening. It's going to be happening. Anyways, so we'll catch up on that stream for sure. Hopefully we have a new most wanted list soon because we need it. Worlds is 3 weeks away. Smurf up. Yeah, we'll smurf up, but we'll stream. So no one will know. It'll be a good secret. Also, again, shout out. Happy birthday, Code Marvelous's birthday for another 3 minutes. Anyways, that's all for tonight. Thanks so much for the people we played games against. Thanks so much for everyone in chat. Hopefully you had an alright time. If you have regionals this weekend, I know there's a lot of regionals this weekend. It's kind of really shitty. Like, I think a lot of people are really excited if there was a regional before Worlds that had the new most wanted list so people could get, like, this window into, like, what's competitive. But we're all going to be playing Clan Vengeance, huh? So, that's not going to really matter. Anywho, that's largely it. So, see you in, like, a week and a bit. Have a good night. Good luck at your regionals, and take care.